There I am. Okay. Hi. I don't know if you could you hear me, Canvas and Crime? I don't know if I'm not on stage if you can hear me. Um, just waiting to see a few more people get in here, and then I'll start. I'll give everybody the update on Molly. Hello, hello. Okay. What I said was I'm sorry it was so late. I didn't mean for it to be this late. Today just it's been one of those days, and I'm sure you can relate. One of those days where I have felt like a one-legged man in a ass-kicking contest. So, um, but anywho, uh, so I do have a couple updates. I figure we'll go over um before I crash. So, oh, good. Okay, good. I still need to one of these nights or days, whenever I'm gonna need you guys to help me because driver bought me a microphone so that my sound is better, a little smoother, and so I'm going to get one of you guys on the phone. And hi, Victoria. I'm going to get one of you guys on the phone. And while I finagle this, and then when you can hear me, then we know we're good. It's cool. It's purple and it lights up all different colors. So I hope I don't squirrel on it. But so yeah, so I'll start the first of the updates that everybody's probably wanting to hear. I talked to Molly today, and she did say that her husband and she worked on the appeal, and that is turned in. And so now I don't know how long that process takes. Hey, Kelly. Um, and, ooh, pink. I like pink too. And then as soon as I know something, I'll tell you. And, I mean, she'll definitely update you because she'll be going, she's not down. She's she's on Kick and she's on Rumble. And on my community page, I've got both her links to get to her accounts there. I believe Kick is subscription, but Rumble is free. So you can watch her on Rumble. And she goes live at the same time on both. So so whatever's on Kick is the same that's going on. And I believe on one of them might be that live, the last live. I'm not sure. So, but yeah, when you go over there, you can peek because it'll be like one of the last 3 or 4 videos. But so yeah, so that's the big news. I mean, nothing groundbreaking yet. There's a process that hi Jay, how you doing? Good to see you. I know, I do too. She's my buddy on here, I mean, oh, I hope she comes back. So I do too. It just stinks. And, we won't really know exactly what happened until this process is over, because once they, hi, Barbarossa. Once they, I think once you go in and I've never had to do it, but I think you fill out an appeal, and then you have, like, right now she can't see anything. They gave her that. If you saw my community tab, it says for playing banned content or a removed channel or a removed video, yada yada. I'm not quoting. It's on my, like I said, it's on my community page. But yeah, that's the only thing that we can think of is that video that she played like a little bit of. And that the person that sent that to her and sent those letters was probably trying to set her up. And no proof of who did it, but come to your own conclusion, right? So So yeah, so that's going to be the process that's going forward. So, and I'll let you guys know as soon as I hear, and I know she'll let you guys know on Kick and Rumble, or she'll let you know on here. If she gets it back, she's probably going to be popping a bottle of champagne, laughing in everybody's faces. So, our malls. So, I have bad luck at the casino. I've gone 3 times in my, well, I shouldn't say I have bad luck. I've gone 3 times. I went once when on my honeymoon, and I spent all my money in like the first half hour, and my my ex-husband was doing really well. So I got bored and I ended up just walking around with the guy that the change guy that has the security guard that has the money bucket that walks back and forth. I just hung out with him the rest of the night. I walked around on his rounds with him. So I'll make a friend anywhere. But and then the second time I went, I was on my way out the door. I'd lost all my money except for $20. And I put it in this old machine that was just off to the side in this dark corner. And I didn't know what I was doing. I just pushed a bunch of buttons and hit the thing. And I won $400. And so I said, you know what? That's a sign. I cashed out. I took my family that I was with out to dinner. We went out and had steak dinner and paid for the gas to drive home. And I paid my phone bill and my power bill when I got home, and we were done. That was done. And then the next time I went, for a work trip, and yeah, I'm surprised that I didn't I didn't pull. I lost all my money, and so I just snacked the rest of the night. I was bored. So, well, I can't have her on my channel if she's banned. I can't until her channel's reinstated. Because if you host someone that's banned or that's in restriction even on your channel, they look at that as you violating, it's called circumvention. It's like getting around the rules, and they can take my channel down for it too. And then it can also mess up the chances of her having an appeal that goes through. So, best thing right now is just behave and like I said, she's not gone, so we're not completely gone without her. So you can watch her on Kick and Rumble, but I'm hoping it's going to be, I mean, who knows? I don't know. Maybe it's like bill collectors, when you owe them money, it's like right now when they owe you money, it's like, a year and a half later you get your check. But so yeah, so that's the that's the only new news that I have. And oh, you're welcome, Victoria. Hi, Boodlebug. See, I think so too, Lisa. It's weird. Those letters are real. So whoever it was has the real letters. But one of the things that we noticed was there was a copyright symbol written next to his name on the letters. And Canvas noticed that he wasn't like copyrighted JLR when he was in prison. And the name on the account was extremely close to the name. So it was a video that someone else had uploaded. So the name on the account didn't match the name on the video, if that makes sense. Like they were calling it, what was it? Andro, something like that. I can't remember. It's on my other phone in the other room. But the name on the account that sent it to her was really similar. And they sent the letters and the video. So And the letters were extremely graphic. And something like that. Yeah. I can't remember. It's on my, like I said, my phone's charged in the other room. But that was also it was like a similar name, a close name in the video. And what the video was it was someone claiming that it was Naomi. And it was a more recent video of her. And some people thought it was her. Some people thought it wasn't. She was definitely, life had been hard. Life has been hard on her. Her life has been hard on her. I'll say that. And well, the notice that she got talked about the policy violation was either replaying banned or removed content, or replaying something from a channel that had restrictions on it. Hi, Angie. And I was in there that morning. Like, I came in, I was late that day. And when I got in there, she had been live for about half hour. And that was right when she was showing it. Because I was like, because I remember saying, no, I thought it was her. I had looked at the RV video and this video, and I thought it was her. Just older, you know. And she just showed it for a few seconds. She wasn't like, I mean, maybe 30 seconds. And then started talking about other stuff. But a few people, I thought I saw a few people in her chat say, or at least someone say, I thought that video was removed or taken down, something like that. But I can't be positive that, you know, that's the thing that stinks, is that we can't go back and watch this video and figure out the time. But I know I just come in and it was like, I remember looking up at the time and it was like 30, been like 32 something, 31 something, something like that. And so once you finish a live, hi Blue Victorian. Once you finish a live, sometimes it happens really quick. Other times, I think if you're showing a lot of things, like a lot of clips, a lot of things like that, it takes longer. But when I hit end live stream, a lot of times when I go to try and look at my video on my channel afterwards, it says processing. So what it's doing is it's like an AI tool that's going through my video and making sure that, you know, that my video is suitable for everyone and not just 18 and over. Which, like me, like I said, I'm not monetized yet, so it's really not a big deal. All that does, I think, is take monetization away for that video if it's deemed 18 and up. I'm not positive. I'm still learning the ropes, and like I said, I'm not in that part yet. So this is just from me hearing other people talking. But anyway, so it processes your video. And then after it's done, sometimes it takes a really long time. Sometimes it takes the length of your video. Sometimes it takes 10 minutes. So, hi, Amelia. Good to see you, girl. And what I noticed is that she got done. She ended her live. And so I went and started doing laundry, you know, doing my normal glamorous life stuff that I do. And all of a sudden my phone starts blowing up. And she had said on the live she was going to go take a nap because she was really tired. She had gotten her hair done or her nails done and a pedicure done. And number 1 and number 2, I have no idea. I don't see it saying that. I don't know. It doesn't say that on my end, so. Who knows? But anyway, I do too. Well, so all of a sudden my phone starts blowing up and it's a couple of the girls going, wait a minute. I was watching it and I was like halfway through and, oh, okay. See, I'm through StreamYard. So, and I can't see those things on Stream. It doesn't show me that on my chat. Okay. That makes sense. I didn't even think about that. And, I went back and I noticed like, I think she was done at like 1:00, right? And everybody started texting me and calling me at like 1:30. So it was about, the crown means you have a membership. It means you must have won a membership under that account. When Canvas and Crime has been giving out tons of gift memberships some of the nights. And so, yeah, so you've got a membership. So you get my members only posts. So, and by the way, for anyone that does have a membership, I did put, it's down underneath the Molly stuff, but I do have the code for this month for and I just did it for 20% off the website. This weekend is the weekend I am getting all the stuff put on there. But so yeah, if you've got a membership, the members only post, and it's good until, what's April? It's good till May 16th. So I figured I'd do that kind of in the middle. So even if your membership hits differently, you'll have that everybody will have like 30 days to like have a chance to use the discount code. So, and it's I think it goes on. I think it goes on before taxes. I think that's how it's set up. So it'll go out. So it'll be 20, and it's 20% off like the total order. So, so yeah. Good evening, Firewife. But, so yeah, so I, back to the video. So like she ended at like say 1:00. Well, at like 1:30 is when my phone started blowing up. And I was sitting there thinking about it last night, and I'm like, it was about half an hour into her video when she showed her video. And I put 2 and 2 together, and I thought, if people are saying that this is a removed video, it's odd how it came to her. We know that there's certain people that are known for creating fake accounts and sending things to people. And I don't know, Amelia. I'll have to check later for you, hon. I can't do it right now, so I'll have to look and see. But where was I? Oh, anyway, I was just using, I just put 2 and 2 together, and I thought that would make sense if that's the video. Oh, thank you. Not tonight. I am sinusy and swollen eyes and face, and yeah, no, not tonight, but I will probably tomorrow. And I just thought that would be, because that's the only thing that she played in that whole video. The rest of it was just everybody talking. I don't know if anybody, like I said, I wasn't there for the first half hour, but she said, no, I didn't play anything. I was just talking because didn't she have Angela? Was it Angela on the phone? Yeah, no, it didn't come down. I did too. It didn't come down while it was live. And Yellow Rose, I don't see my chat is. I don't know what's going on. I don't see Yellow Rose. Oh, did Yellow Rose wave? See, that's right. I'm gonna try a different app because I can't see. I can't see super chats, or I can see super chats, but I can't see stickers or gifts, and I can't see any of the waves or anything like that through here. But so yeah, so that was the only content that she played, and it didn't come down in the middle of her live, like she got reported in the middle of it or anything. It came down about a half hour after she ended it to go take a nap. And then I tried calling her and I'm like, oh my gosh, I felt horrible because here she is just sleeping away in dreamland. And like, and as soon as she got up, she called me and said, she was like, what happened to my channel? And I was like, yeah, so that's what I'm asking you. I said, and she hadn't checked her text messages yet. And I said, my phone's been blowing up off the hook all day, all afternoon. And I think, yeah, I was saying that. So it is. I think it is too, Poppy. Yeah, I think it is too. Because she was already like backing up stuff anyway, so thank goodness for that. Yeah, and I had a couple people too that just went to go because they wanted to see if she had been on that day, and went to go check, and we're like, I just went to go check her page, like I always do, and she's not there, and I'm like, uh-oh. So yeah, no, she did not show the letters. She did not. They're not. She didn't show the letters. They're not in Patreon. So yeah, nope, she did not show them, and so the only thing. And the letters I would think would fall under probably something else. So I feel like someone sent those to her to eat because they were extremely graphic. Like I mean, I am not a prude at all. Okay, I'm a boy mom. I have a nasty sense of humor. I mean, within reason, but this stuff was like, whew. I mean, it just. Oh, you're welcome, Yellow Rose. You're welcome. That's sweet. I keep telling her, everybody misses you and they're looking forward to when, they get to talk to you again. So, and she's doing good. I mean, this had to happen. If this had to happen, it at least happened at a good time because she's getting ready for her surgery and all of that stuff. So she's going to be down. I mean, that's going to be a big surgery. And she's going to be down for a while anyway, even if she gets it back. So, I mean, and maybe sometimes it wasn't, I wouldn't say threatening, but it was like more like certain fantasies about committing certain crimes, talking about explicit encounters that he had with women. Exactly. Exactly, Barbarossa. Exactly. Because that's the MO, right? And this account was I went and looked. The account that the videos were on, that this video came from, has 5 videos on it. And they're all of the same girl. And one of the things that we know is that this certain person has fake accounts everywhere and has been said to and rumored to be the one putting these videos out after getting them removed. And if you remember the interview with Jane, or no, it was, I can't remember which one it was. If it was Angela or Jane, but one of them said that he kept pictures and things of his exes because you never know when you're going to need them. So I thought about that. And I thought about how many times people have said that certain accounts are fake accounts. This account was only a year old. And someone asked in my comments earlier, like, well, I can't remember their exact question, but it was basically like, why would they chance putting up a banned video? Because it's just a tool to catch people, I think, because they can, oh, it's okay. I didn't know if I know you have been tired and you had so much going on this week. So I didn't want you to like feel like you had to come in or anything. I figured if all else, maybe you had gone to sleep and you would watch the replay tomorrow or something. So no worries. No worries at all. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, the account's only a year old and they're like burner phones, burner accounts. You get a bunch of them and you don't care. You have, something that we read was about identity theft. And yes, yeah. Canvassing crime, always coming in clutch. See, that could be it too. It's such a mystery. And could it just be one of those things that they stayed married because, too, again, you never know when you're going to need that. It's just, so I think he's probably got many, many, many accounts on many platforms, at least on X, Facebook, and YouTube. He loves mind games. He tweeted a couple weeks ago that the lawsuit thing, it's not about winning. It's about seeing the stress and the annoyance on people's faces as they go into court and they leave court. It's about the chaos. That's where he gets his thrill. Oh, I wanted to talk to you about that because I saw some other stuff too that I wanted to show you. Yeah, send it to me, Truth. Tomorrow's what? Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, Saturday tomorrow. I will definitely have time to like talk and like, Well, I'm not putting up. This is the thing with all of this going on. I'm not putting up pictures of anybody that I haven't seen that is definitely attached to anything. I'm just being really careful. So let me watch it first. I'll watch it, and then if it's the one that I'm thinking of, there's a post that's actually the picture that they showed was, what was it? It wasn't the person that they said it was. It was like a brother. It was the other brother, or it was him, or something like that. But yeah, I'll watch it tonight because like I said, I'm not going to be on super late. But I wonder if he's talking about it wasn't him that I saw on somebody else's like earlier that was, so I will look that up though, because I think I know what you're talking about. And I forgot to send it to you earlier, but I will send you what I saw, what I found about that. But yeah, so it's one of those kind of and honestly, I don't care what anybody else thinks. Molly doesn't care what anybody else thinks. If people want to think it's for whatever reason, I've literally heard and read 6 different reasons why she got her channel taken down. So, and one of them is the one that I showed, the email that she got from YouTube. So that's all I got. That's all she's got. And, oh, it's okay. It's okay. It just, I mean, that's the thing. I think it's kind of funny people get so upset, but it doesn't really matter. You know, I mean, if you don't want, if you're not a fan, then don't be one. And I mean, it just, what is that? Oh, driver's home and he's got the TV all loud. And he's, what? Yes. Bye. Love you. Love you too. Bye. I literally, my 20 minutes that I have. See, we all got one. See, no, her surgery is in May 5th, I think. Beginning of May, very beginning of May. I know that. Because she was supposed to, well, not supposed to, she got a call right before she was getting ready to go see Roseanne, telling her that they could do it on the day that she was going to see Roseanne, and she had to go get her pre-op done like right that day. And she's like, I am not rescheduling Roseanne Barr. It's not happening. So she's like, no, keep my regular appointment. And like I said, you know, she's going to be, this is a big surgery. It's like 2 procedures, you know? So that's coming up, and you know, her, I told her, and her husband told her, like, you don't need to be stressed about this stuff right now. You don't, it's, you know, all of us, we got to take care of our minds, our bodies. And I was listening to somebody the other day, and they were talking about some of the people that have been involved in that group that are still there, still doing the same stuff. And I don't need to name names. You guys, we all know who's who, and you know, but how aged they look. I can't remember who I was watching, but just that this constant waking up every day and being ticked off at the world, it wears on not just the creators that are covering it every day, but also I think on the subs that watch it every day, and that we're all even though I'm up here and you're down there, not down there, but over, you're to my right. Okay. Like, we're all absorbing that same energy. And maybe this was divine intervention and God taking the reins and telling her to let it go for a while because she was so worked up. She was so upset. She did say that, you know, she's like, maybe this is a sign from my mom that I need to, you know, because her mom didn't like this upheaval and this tension and this negativity on her either, you know. And that I don't know. I think so, because I think so, because I think he had to go to court for the RO that he filed on what's his name? Not Nerdy Attic, but the other guy that was out there in front of his house. You know who I'm talking about. That super tall guy. Yeah, white boy. Yeah. Yes, white boy. Yeah. I'm just thinking, I just think super tall. He was super tall. I remember he looked super tall. Somebody said something about, I think, yeah, because April 28th is the court date in Tucson. And I think they went to court today for the restraining order. But I don't know. I don't know anything past that. So, and as far as I know, like we still don't know even if the April 28th court date is the one out for the disorderly conduct, I think, that happened at the airport. But I couldn't see. Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense. Well, it's good that I guess he could do that so he can. That way, all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted, especially with this one. Oh, yeah. Um, and the 28th, like I said, I don't know. I don't know that if he has to appear in person or not. But that'll be today's 17th, so 11 days. So if he heads back to Arizona, then I guess that answers my question, right? I don't know. I'm just glad I'm not him, well, yeah, I mean, you have to with something like that. The thing is that it's really silly because how are you going to accuse somebody of doing something? I mean, I'm pretty sure that we would have heard somebody kicking the door down when he's live. I mean, his house is bigger than mine, but it's not that much bigger. Oh, I'd never hold anything against you, Yellow Rose. I've dealt with a narcissist quite a few in my life, so I totally understand. You're right, it is. It's the thrill of getting caught, and it's the chaos that they cause in people's lives. Hi, Palm Queen. How you doing? Good to see you, girl. And that alone right there, I'm happy. I'm not rich. I don't have a huge house. Now, some chick on one of my, like a 6-month-old video tried to tell me that my work area is unhygienic. Instead of talking on here, I needed to clean. And I thought, oh, please. Which is literally someone who's probably sitting in a room that smells like animal pee. Okay. So I thought, give me a break. But is truth not behaving? Oh, I know. I was like, and you know what? I'm just not even engaging anymore. Anybody that's going to act like that, you can't sit with us. And I just blocked her. I thought, bye, girl. I mean, and the funny thing is that like people that really know me, I mean, how many of you were in here when I was excited because I found a new set of Clorox cleanup wipes? Okay. I mean, give me a break. Well, exactly. I'm a busy woman, truth warrior. I mean, I should hire a cleaning lady. I'm Brian Netton. I'm Mrs. Gray Hughes. I am. Who else was I? Who else was I? I was somebody else, and I can't remember who. But okay. Oh, because I've got the chat on the screen, and so it's probably is it easier for you? Which is easier for you guys? Is it easier for me to have the chat on the screen? So it's because I have both vertical and horizontal streams going, and it separates the chat. And when it's on the screen, you can see everyone. That's what I think, Cajun. I think it is, and this is the thing, like, people are saying that she got mass reported, that, it could have been, say, two things, because from what everyone told me, the video went down first, then the channel. So I'm wondering, did they get a bunch of people to report her so that the AI or whatever maybe kind of flagged her video to check it a little bit more in depth? And then once it found that spot, it was like, yank, because it matched that content, that picture of her, to the banned video, Yeah, exactly. That's how truth makes people behave on both sides. But yeah, and I'm going to look into one of the other streaming programs, because I see other people doing this, and it's not separating stuff. It's not, because I want everybody to be in the same room together so that we can talk. And sometimes, like, I know, depending on your phone or whatever, you can't, and whatever I'm playing on the screen, you can't always see the screen the right way. Yeah. Oh no, Palm Queen. Oh, I hope you're healing and getting better every day. That sucks. Yeah. It really was just like, what happened? And I mean, she said she knew she was pushing buttons, I mean, that's our girl, right? But um yeah, and see, I think between Android and iPhone it's different too. Um oh, that is, yeah. I worked with a girl who had shoulder surgery, and um it's a long recovery. It is. And you gotta, there's so much they want. Like, I don't know about with you, but like with her, they wanted her to keep that arm down and keep it pretty still for the first, well, really, until she was able to start physical therapy, I think she said. And yeah, it's no joke. You will be in my thoughts and prayers, girl, because ugh. That's honestly what anymore, like, if I'm on my TV, I'll just turn off the chat if somebody's got the chat going, because it there's a couple other people that I watch that happens with, and in the chat you can't. I don't understand that. I think that's dumb, but ugh. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Maybe was it a coincidence that she played that video and YouTube just happened to be snarky that day? I mean, what was it, last week? Mel got a video taken down that was from a stream that literally like 5 other people were playing, and they were fine. I mean, it was January, YouTube really cracked down, and they changed a lot of their community standards and guidelines when it came to like harassment policies, content policies. Like, you're not allowed to, like, you're really and truly not supposed to stream. Like, StreamYard will let me stream on up to, I think it's 6 different platforms at the same time. But if you're in the the partners program, I think it's called. Like I said, I'm learning all of this, so I don't know all the terminology. But uh I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, anyway, they really got like you're not supposed to go between two platforms that you're getting paid for the same stream on, because like their thought is we're paying you to stream on our platform, put the ads in, whatever. And so if you do it on another platform, then I can't remember what they call it. There's a term, but it's something content. And there were people getting snagged for that. And so hey Randa, hey Megan House. Oh, and I replied back to your email, but I still don't know if people are getting my replies. Was it you that emailed me? I think it was. Oh my gosh, Palm Queen. I'm sorry, Susie. Oh, yeah, and when you're under anesthesia, you don't have, even when you're sleeping and you like, your arm drops, your foot drops, you have muscle control. But if you're under anesthesia, no. Oh my gosh. I had a client who was having she was having a hysterectomy, and somehow, however she was laying, and she was heavier, but however she was laying, it did some damage to her sciatic nerve, and she had issues after that forever. And oh, no worries, no worries. Honestly, it's been my brain is so fried right now from all of this stuff that I don't even remember what you asked me and what I replied back to you. So after I get done here, I'm going to have to go look to make sure that, like, what did I say again? It's been one of those days. I said at the beginning, I feel this is one of those days I just feel like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. So, but yeah, so that's the general consensus. I mean, and like I said, I know there's a lot of stuff flying around out there, and that's fine. You don't get in any fights for anybody. Don't ruin your peace, because people they're either gonna believe it or not. And it doesn't matter. You're never gonna convince certain people. We love truth. Oh, she is she's downsizing. So what they're doing is they're going to take the old implants out. They're going to put smaller ones in, and then make sure everything's nice and tight and right, because they are going to be smaller. So it'll be nice, pretty, perky. They're still going to be big. She said she still wants big ones. She just doesn't want the, as big as they are, because it's just giving her back troubles. And said, she's not, you get older and you just you don't use them like you used to. And it's like, really, they're just in the way. You can get so many more cuter tops. And whatchamacallit, what? See, that's where I want to be, Buttercup. That's where I want to be. Yeah, he said that on that video the other night. But yeah, I just want to be back to my, I want to look into that eventually. mine aren't fake or anything, but they're just I was blessed. So, but yeah, I want to wear those cute little flowy dresses. I want, well, not that small. Like I love Rachel Zoe's style. She's on the Real Housewives this year. And oh, I did, yeah, that's what I thought at first too. So, yeah, we know. We know writing for music. Yeah, we talked about it the other night. Um Well, and see, that's the thing too, though, is I'm getting ready to I have to go back to my doctor because she tried to put me on metformin and she wants to put me on oh, what is it? It's the one that starts with the M. Monjourno. Am I saying it right? I don't know if I'm saying it right because my A1C is high, and she said that that's one of the ones that um can help you lose weight. And she said if you're diabetic, yes, Monjourno. Yeah, she said you're not gonna lose Real Housewives weight or anything like that, but it will help and just help take my help with my back and stuff like that. Okay, thank you, writing for music. We're talking about something else right now, though. Okay, we've all seen it. Okay, thank you. Um, and so yeah, and I think, and that's the one that's supposed to be more widely covered by the by insurance. So um I need to make an appointment with her. So and writing for music, listen, don't be rude. All right, this has been one of those days, and just come in, hang out, have fun. Okay, you don't need to spam the chat. We got it. We've watched it. We said okay, thank you. Read the room. So anyway, um so yeah, so I'm going to check into that. Well, I'm not in a good mood tonight. So if anybody is effing around, show them to the door, because I don't want, not only I don't want people being rude to me, but I definitely don't want people being rude to the other people that are in my chat. So I can handle it, but exactly, Palm Queen. That is I'm matching 2026. This girl's matching energy. Okay. So I love a good theory. Love everybody that comes in and talks, but every single other person in here is taking turns talking. We're all having a good conversation, and I want to keep it that way. So, um, it has been a long week. Okay. I mean, whoo, like I cannot wait to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. I hope that was one of the reasons why I was like, too, my little guy would not go to sleep. Oh my gosh. It was like, come on, dude, come on. And, yeah, driver, don't worry. Truth Warrior protects me when you're not around. So, in fact, she protects me when you are around too. So, um, but yeah, so I'm gonna try that. I'm excited about trying that. It's got to be better than, um. Hi, Nadia. When I was pregnant, I had gestational diabetes, and I had to take I was doing I had to take 5 shots a day, and like if I can do that for literally the last 5 months of my pregnancy with my little guy. So if I can do that, yeah, so I mean, whew, if I can do that, I can do Buongiorno. When I am gonna, I can't even speak.
Oh my gosh, I remember it was so funny. The first thing they did is the morning after I had him, I woke up and and I was like, and I was asking for I was like, I asked the nurse, I'm like, can I get my insulin shot? Because I was starving and I wanted to eat breakfast and I had to have the one before I ate. So I'd take one before I ate and one after I ate. Oh yeah. Oh, thanks, Palm Queen. Yeah. Oh, I still have, and I have my tummy is, I scar really easily. I have got dots all over my tummy. I mean, there is never going to be, it doesn't, even if I had Erica Jane money and I could, do all the surgeries and everything, like, I still have got scars from it. It's horrible. Wow, Jay. Wow, that's awesome. I've heard of that Zepound. Is that how you say it? Oh, why can't these medicines just be named like I don't know, cherry weight loss, I mean, I don't know. Oh, I do too. I love Erica Jane. I have an inner Erica Jane. She comes out it just came out a few minutes ago. Oh man. No, no, no. But so I'm hoping because I just, with my mom passing away, I've really been thinking a lot about my boys. And, you know, I told Marissa, I said, I've got to live forever. My oldest has autism and my youngest is going through, I have to take him in to get tested. And I have to live forever somehow, some way to take care of these boys. So I'm not sure, Buttercup. I know with Wegovy, I think it was, one of my friends was taking that and she said she could drink regular pop, she could eat pie, she could do all that stuff and her sugar never went up. But that one doesn't have the weight loss help in it. And so like I said, they said it's not going to be, because I was worried about, you see all these people in Hollywood and they've got that Ozempic face, and she said no. She said especially when you are diabetic, when you have a high A1C, she's like it won't do that to you. And yeah, okay. I'm not there yet, but I'm only 5 foot. Well, I was 5 foot tall. I'm 4'11" now, apparently. Not real happy about that either, but I'm 4'11" and like I wear size 18 jeans. And when you're 4'11", it's a lot different than when you're 5'6". So like I've got friends, they're like 5'6", 5'8", and they're wearing like, a 14 or 16 and they look just really slim and tall. And then you've got me, the marshmallow on toothpicks. Terzepatide. Let me write that down. What's this? I didn't spell glycerin right, but I'll know. I hope I'll know what I mean. It's because it keeps rolling over on me in the middle of the night and crushing me. I think that's why my no. I think what it is like my bone density is fine, but I have degenerative disc disease, and so I think everything's getting compressed, and so that's making me shorter because I'm noticing like I can't reach as high as I used to. I used to be able to stretch real high, even though I was short, and I can't get that stretch anymore. It's like everything's just locked. So, um, Oh, have fun, Josette. Safe travels, honey. Yeah. And it stinks when you're like when you're little like that because we don't have that much to lose shorter, you know. I'm not sure, Nadia. That I don't know. I can't answer that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one that she wants me to go on, Palm Queen. She said she thought it'd be the best fit because I had an allergic reaction to the. I just said it. Um the pills, the metformin. I had an allergic reaction to metformin. So oh, that's awesome. Cause see, that's it. The inflammation is what gets you. And like, oh my gosh. And I also have autoimmune, which also messes with your inflammation. And um, oh my gosh, I got this was a couple months ago. Um, well, more than a couple months ago. It was last Mother's Day. Um, driver bought me a massage and they did a it was a lymphatic massage and they did all the cupping and everything. And they told me go home and drink tons and tons and tons of water. And oh yeah, that was I'll tell you a story about that, Palm Queen. And I they said because if not I'd get sick, but it like flushed all the like lymphatic fluid out, and I felt so good afterwards. Yeah, it's a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, I think. Um Yeah, see, I had all of those issues too. Um, Polycystic, and that's why I had my son, my youngest, I had him at 43. He was a little COVID baby. And then about let's see, he was 5 months old, and they decided to give me a full hysterectomy because when I had to have emergency C-section, and they knew I had one cyst from the ultrasound. But when I had the C-section, the doctor poked his head over the curtain. He said, "I cannot believe." He said, "This." He said, "I cannot believe um that this that you even got pregnant." He said, "I can't believe it at all." He said, he said, "Your organs are completely destroyed by endometriosis." He said, "I can't even believe that you had this baby." And um my doctor said, he's like, "I'm going to write about you in one of the journals that I do." He's like, "Because this is just so this literally is a miracle baby." And he was 4 pounds exactly when he was born. He was tiny. But or no, excuse me, 5 pounds. I'm so sorry. 5 pounds exactly. When he went from the home from the hospital, he was like 4.5 because he lost, they always lose a little bit. But I know, but you know what? They say, I was talking about this something the other day, you really do attract, you know, um, you attract like-minded people, and you attract when you put out good energy, then that's what you get back in people. So that's what it is. See, you put out good energy, Queen, and I do, and we click. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, and that was it. My first son, that was a really rough birth. He had the cord wrapped around him, and um then the week after I had him, I fell and my episiotomy burst open. And so I had to go and have reconstructive surgery for that. So that was fun times. And so that was what I said. I'm like, I am never, ever. Nope, I'm done. And two, he, being my firstborn, and he had moderate autism, and it was rough. And so I thought, you know what? This is God telling me just to have my one son, concentrate on him. But things started getting easier as he got older. And then for whatever reason, I was blessed with my youngest, and I'm so glad because that it happened when it did too, because my mom got to enjoy a baby and a little boy again. Hello, Miss Amelia. You know, before she passed away, she got to get to know him. He doesn't really remember her. He did right at first when she passed away. He'd run over and knock on her door, but he's so little. He didn't really click. Um, he just thinks when he asked us where she was, we just told him that she moved to heaven, and that we won't see her for a while. But when we pass away, then we'll get to go live with her again. And so he's like, and being 4, he's like, okay, mama, and walked off and played Spider-Man. So the funniest thing was I was sitting there just heartbroken thinking, how am I going to tell this little baby boy that his Nana has passed? And he's like, it was simple as that. Okay, mama, and oh, shoo, thank you. Because gosh, isn't that the worst? You're going through something, but you don't want your kids to feel the pain or the stress that you do. But I think we put ourselves in more stress than, like I said, if we just sat down and talked to them, then it would have been fine, So, oh man. Oh, I'm sorry, Buttercup. So yeah, I figure I have 2 blessings, and oh, I know. He loves her. Oh my gosh. If he hears her voice, if I've got her live playing and I'm like, say I'm listening to it while I'm doing dishes or laundry or something, if he hears it, he will come running. He will not leave me alone. And I don't know if you were there one night, but she was live and I had to call her because he was in tears. He had heard her and wouldn't go to bed until he got to say, I love you and good night. Oh, smooches, Canvas. No worries at all. I'm not going to be much longer either. I'm tired. It has been a long, long week. It is just, I think it's whooped all our behinds. And, Marissa's channel was just the frosting on the cake. And, oh, I told her, I'm like, you stole my child from from 2 states away. Rude. But no, he just loves her. And my oldest thinks it's so cool because he's really into railroads. And, Pennsylvania, you have the Pennsylvania Railroad, you have the Reading Railroad, you have, oh my gosh, the Strasburg Railroad, I think. So he wants to, after he graduates that summer, he's not going to take the senior trip and stuff with the school. He doesn't want to be with the other kids, but he wants to go and visit the railroads in Pennsylvania. And so I said, yeah, we can do that. And we can go see Miss Marissa, and, we'll take her out to lunch and make her look at trains with me. We'll sit in wheelchairs. We'll get the boys. We'll bring wheelchairs. I've got some in the garage, I think. We'll bring those and we'll have the boys push us around in luxury. Aw, that's sweet, Buttercup. A mommy is a mommy no matter what in my book. Whether they're furry or hey, some human kids are furry too. I mean, let's face it, So, oh, hi, Austin. But yeah, my ex-sister-in-law, she could never have any, and so and her husband, who she married him later on in life. He never was interested in having children. He was career military and didn't want to bring children into that, and so they met, and it was a perfect match. And that's what she has. She has her kitties, and she loves them, and they love her, and they're all happy. So, oh, that would be fun. And I didn't even realize they had one. We actually collect Monopoly games. I know we're weirdos, but we have Mario Brothers, we have Minecraft, we have one that's made after our own town. We have what are the other two? We have two other ones. And oh, I know, it's Friday night. I'm always whooped on Friday nights. Saturdays are a little bit, well, sometimes they're a little bit better. It depends on if driver's home on Saturdays, then I'm exhausted because he's got me running everywhere because, he works 6 days a week. So if he gets a Saturday, it's like, let's hurry up and get everything done today so that we don't have to do anything on Sunday, which I do appreciate that. But yeah, he's got to work tomorrow, double run. So I will be around, and I don't know if Marissa's gonna be. I assume she's probably gonna go live sometime tomorrow. I know it feels like that sometimes, doesn't it? Ugh. No, I've definitely been dragging lately, and I think part of it too is just all the allergies and the weather up and down, and we've been having so many storms. It's like ridiculous. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. And I want to go. What was I going to go? Oh, see, I am having a total brain fart. I've got some stuff on my playlist that I saved that I want to watch and look through. Now that's something too, because yeah, I should have, like I said, I should have time. I'm the hairdresser in me. Like, I feel like because this is attached to my business, I've gotta I'm a hairdresser and a nail tech. I gotta do my hair. I have to make sure my hair's like dried or whatever at least. So oh really? I'll have to ask my son about it. I'm sure he knows about it. He goes and tells everybody about themselves at at any train place that we that we visit. So 90. Ugh. No, I think it's separate. The kick is separate, but what's the other one? Rumble. The Rumble is free. I think she said, I'm not real familiar with these, but I think she said that it's free with ads. Yeah, Rumble. Yeah, Rumble. Okay. It's free with ads. I tried Rumble like a really long time ago. Like when I first did my channel, I uploaded one video and then I went back a couple months later and I'm like, I don't even know how to do this anymore. Like I couldn't figure out how to upload a video. I couldn't, and all the buttons were different. I'm like, oh, like on the creator side, like watching it's not a big deal. You just go on to it and watch it, but yeah, yep. I'm retired from it now, but I was a hairdresser for 29 and a half years. Yep. I did hair and nails. And the last place I worked, I loved it. It was in I live out in the country. Even the city is the country. So, call it town. It's not really the city, but it's town, And oh man, that's why my body's all messed up is doing hair. I've got cubital tunnel, carpal tunnel. I've got my back, my shoulder, all of that. And unfortunately, I happened to be a hairdresser in between when we did perms, back combing, and the big blowouts with all those giant brushes and all that long hair. And I was one of the ones that all the long-haired girls came to. So we'd have girls coming in with literally, I had one that had hair to the middle of her calf. And I'd have to round brush that. And oh my God. I literally would go home and just get in the bathtub. And either that or at one time we had a hot tub and I'd get in the hot tub. Good night, Amelia. Yeah, it is. We're going to go into town. I know. I sound so Little House on the Prairie. I'm not, I swear. Well, I kind of am. But I love it. Oh, yes. Do you play Nadia? I haven't played in a while, but I was thinking that. I used to play every night before I went to bed. And you can attack me and I won't care. Cause like I had like at first I was trying like not to attack anybody, but then I figured we could just sit there and attack each other back and forth, and we'd actually get more money on the game, not real money, but that's on my other phone though. I'll charge up it's on the claw cam phone, so I got to charge that up. I'll charge that overnight, and then I'll add you to that. See, that's what I just cut all my hair off. My hair was like, it was starting to get caught in the top of my jeans and stuff. I would if I could, girl. I still can't find my good scissors. Oh, I think you definitely do have me beat. Yeah. Because we're like country suburbs, I think is. I live like right on the city township line. So, um, yeah, exactly, Gray Lady. We have some Joe Dirts in town too, let me tell you. Let me tell you. They're kind of fizzling out though, that generation. Um, it's cool though. My town does have a really cool history. Lots of through this whole area, lots of really interesting um Native American history as far as the tribes that were here and that warred against each other, kicked other ones out, came through. Um, even when they were surveying the states to get them the shapes, like the tribes that lived up in the UP and down low, and it's really there's a book that I read years ago that somebody wrote from our town it's on Amazon actually, but um it's really good. Oh yeah, no, see, well, there's town and then there's running into the city. So town is only about 5 minutes away. And it's just like our little mom and pop shops, we got a gas station. We have like some little clothing stores. We have a bunch of juice stores. I don't know what that's all about, but and tea shops. Um, um but and then you gotta go and then going into the city, we're either going to the town north of us or we're going into Flint. And and that's when we have to go like for Walmart. Try not to go into Flint because it's just there's some stuff you just can't avoid. You have to go in there and get your stuff because there's nowhere else for like miles around, because pretty much every other little city around us are little cities like us, just those little hometown, um I don't even think we were actually considered a city until like the 70s 80s. Maybe it was it was considered a village because we had under, I think our population now is only like, what was it? It was like under 10,000. I mean, for the entire city. And it's like, oh, we have one road, I mean, we had through here, I believe the original tribe that lived here was and I know I'm going to say this wrong, is it the Sauk? Sauk. That's how they were spelled. And then, I'm trying to remember. It was the Cherokee, I think, that came through and booted them out. And they were thought to go over and migrate over into like Wisconsin and Missouri area. And those tribes actually, and the tribes here actually had a lot to do with the Black Hawk War that happened all over this area in multiple states, multiple Chief Black Hawk. He was if I know if you've ever looked at history, but you've seen a picture of him. Wow. And you got that really cool water tower. Looks like a big peach booty. I love that. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'd love to hear that, Truth Warrior. So it's cool. I love reading about the people that like there's some really seedy, like dirty stories about because this was all farming community, and then you had this small area right in town where all the big houses were. And they were all like the mansions and stuff like that. And they still have their mansion plaques and names on them. And this book, it talks about uh this area was really big with lumber. And one of the lumberyard owners, he was also a land baron, and he had gone out on a trip. Now he had, listen to this, his wife had died. And so he marries this 21-year-old girl. Okay. He has a 16-year-old son. All right. And he decides to go and take the family fortune and go traveling out west to buy land. Well, after 6 months, the story goes in our town and in this book is that after 6 months, he decided to come back. And unfortunately, he was penniless because he had made a bunch of bad business decisions. And so it was said that night that the night that he got home, there was a huge fight in the house. He had told his 21-year-old wife that he was broke, that they were going to have to sell everything. And all that anyone else has ever reported of Mr. Brent is that that night they saw his wife and his 16-year-old son. Well, then I think he was 17 by then. Pack bags and get in a carriage and leave. And then the next thing they saw was another carriage leaving that didn't look like it had anyone in it. And Mr. Brent was never seen again, and neither was his wife and his young son and his teenage son. So I think we know what happened, right? Oh yeah, we have lots of our casinos are more they're in the north part of the mitten and kind of down along the western side. And there's actually one that is just over the border. Once you go over the Mackinac Bridge, there's one right over the border that you can go to. And that was actually, when I was talking earlier about spending all my money and then walking around with the change guy, that was the casino that I did that in. He looked like Mario Batali, that chef with the red hair that used to always wear the Crocs. He was that real big dude. He was on like one of the Iron Chef shows or something like that too. Witch nails. I haven't removed any posts, so if I posted something, it's still up there. The only thing I've ever deleted was a video that got banned. And it's funny that this all comes up now because I ended up deleting it because it only ended up being able to get like, I wasn't losing like a lot of views if that's in that video. You were on that night. You saw it, didn't you? It's on that video. It should be in the title. It should be in the title. The stickers didn't work out that well, but they did turn out cute. I don't know where they are now. I was cleaning up, even though that lady said I needed to clean up, that heifer. I really actually do need to clean up. Not like clean, like sanitize. Everything's sanitized. I hate germs. I hate germs. But I need to get all the stuff from my projects put away. Oh, it is so cool, Buttercup. Mackinac Island is awesome. So is the UP. Yeah, it was on Alive. Yep. It was. You didn't bother me. It's so cool up there. It literally is just like you stepped back into time. I went on my honeymoon to Mackinac Island. And the funny thing is, though, is that, so we were young, we thought, okay, they ended up as a gift, because it was our honeymoon, bringing us this big basket full of wine, cheese. Good night, Amelia. wine, cheese, crackers, and like, so we felt so fancy, right? We're like, oh, look at us, bougie. So first of all, it took us an hour and a half to open up the bottle of wine. Yeah. So, and then we finally did. We took a sip of this wine and then both proceeded to run over to the sink and spit it out. Like, I like wine, but this stuff it was called Tall Ships Chardonnay, and it was so dry, it like immediately like puckered your entire mouth. Like, you couldn't even taste anything. And so we did that. We rinsed our mouths off, and then we ran downstairs to the little concierge area and bought 2 Faygo pops, which a lot of people don't know what Faygo is. It's like a fruity pop that everybody here likes. They've got it here, and it's made here in Michigan, but it's also now down in Florida because we have so many snowbirds. So, my area is known for Faygo pop and and oh, what's this? Kogel hot dogs. So, yay, something to be proud of, right? They are good hot dogs, and that pop is good. It's the best red pop ever, I swear. Um, but yeah, we ran down, got those, came back up, ate all the cheese and crackers, but drank it with our Faygo and watched a Tiger game. That was our honeymoon, you know. But anyway, so I filled up on all this cheese and crackers, you know, carbs, like they make you tired. So I fell asleep in this bed, and we didn't realize that there was a timer on the TV. So we both fell asleep in this bed, and I wake up in the middle of the night and literally could not see my hand in front of my face in our room. We had not left any lights on because we had the TV on, and I had to go to the bathroom. And so I ended up having to get down on my hands and knees and crawl and feel for the tile, and then finally hop up and grab the light switch. And so I ended up having to leave the light switch on the rest of the night, and the door just cracked so that we could, you know, not break our necks trying to get out of bed. And but it's so dark on that island because they don't have, and we were at Mission Point. Mission Point is the northernmost point of the part of the island. And so you're literally just looking out at the water, and at that point, Canada, because the UP is like up and kind of to the left. So it's so dark, and our room, it's right on the water. So yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, it's cool out here, but you can't drive there's no automobiles allowed on the island. And so all the taxis are horse-drawn carriage. And these horses come from all over, and they're or not the horses, excuse me. The drivers of the horses come from all over the world every year for this resort, you know, for resort employment. And our driver from our hotel was from New Zealand, and he had the coolest accent. And the horse that was there was white with these black and brown spots. She was so pretty, but she was a stinker. And they have blinders on them because there's so many horses going back and forth. And apparently this horse had ADHD, okay? So we would sit there and we'd be waiting for the other people to get on, and all of a sudden you'd feel the carriage move up a couple feet. And then you'd hear the guy go, and he'd get her to back up, and she'd back up. And then it would be like maybe a minute or two later, and you'd feel the carriage lunge forward again. And we looked up and saw the driver backing her up. So we started watching her. And it was so funny. She would sit there and she would turn to the left, then she'd turn to the right, and then she'd take 2 steps forward. Like, she just did not want to be. She wanted to be where she wanted to be, not where he wanted to be. And it is so funny. Like, she was like this giant dog. Well, then we get going around to town where we were going to go for breakfast that morning. But we had to wait until there was a place open in front of the restaurant for him to pull in and park the carriage. And That could be it too. Yeah. Yeah. Because it was just so funny. It was like she'd look to make sure the coast was clear and then was like, broop, and probably trying to see something that she couldn't see with the blinders. And when she was further back, she could see. And that was it too. Like you could tell she just wanted to get going and get, but she was so sweet. I loved her. And we're sitting in front of the restaurant. And all of a sudden I hear this noise and I'm like talking to my husband. I'm like, what is that noise? What is that noise? Remember the driver turned around. He's like, oh, ma'am. He's like, the horse is just doing a fluid change. Don't worry about it. My husband, he's like, the horse is peeing. Be quiet. But it was so like, oh my gosh. But just so you know, all the horses have bags on them. So the streets are clean. And they like are really on it about making sure everything's clean. But exactly. It was so funny. It was so funny. Oh, I love it, Truth. They're so cute. And she was sweet. She loved like just getting like nose scratches. And so I made sure every morning before I get in, I'd have to go up and give her a little nose scratch. And oh, she was so sweet. Um, and it was neat seeing the relationship between them too. Yeah, it's like, yeah, well, it was like this big like sack that it had a strap that went over their bums, and her tail went through their tail, not just hers, all of them, but their tail goes through it, and it catches all the bleh. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you found them, Amelia. Um, but it's really cool there, and there's lots of cool restaurants and like taverns, and like I said, there's no traffic. You can rent bicycles to go around, but that's as close as you're going to get to anything that's motorized. And that movie, hi Spreckner, good to see you. Um, that movie Somewhere in Time with Jane Seymour and Christopher Reeve, that was filmed at um the Grand Hotel, which is right when you get off the ferry to go across to the island, because that's the only way. You can only get there by boat. And in the wintertime, you can go by snowmobile, which I don't know about that. Okay. Going across Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, or whatever. No, I don't think so. Um, but yeah, that's the Grand Hotel. And that's right when you ride the ferry across and you get off. It's right there. It is beautiful. It's like you're welcome to Mackinac Island. And talking about Mackinac Island, it's in between, like, it's Upper Michigan. You have the bridge that goes across to the UP, and then you have Mackinac Island, which kind of sits there off to the east. And it is touristy at certain times of year, but we would always go in the fall because everything starts closing up around like mid to late October, because there's certain people that have to get off of there before it freezes, before it snows, all of that. Yeah, I think there's also a Ghost Hunters episode where they went up and they were in Mission Point, the resort that I was talking to you about. It's actually an old mission school that when they came there, I mean, it's a sad story. All of the native children that lived there, they forced them to, Americanize and go to school there. And the main lodge is a giant wooden teepee. And now they've done a lot on the island and in the city and in the area to show respect and honor to the people that were the original people that lived there, but so it is a sad history, but it's supposed to be very, very haunted. Now, I didn't see anything. Like I said, I couldn't even see a hand in front of my face, and I'm glad. I'm fine with that, But no, it's supposed to. There's actually I'm trying to think of his first name. His last name is Clement. It's Clemente. He actually owns one of the buildings there that's supposed to be one of the most haunted on the island. He just bought it this last summer, and he does ghost tours. Oh, I do too. You would love, oh my gosh, we've got a local guy, Steve Shippey. In fact, let me put that up. If anybody's into this stuff, oh my gosh, he's on if any of you watch that Paranormal Caught on Camera, he's on there. He's one of the speakers. And he was the one that did the it was on Discovery. It was the Danny Rowland, the Jacksonville Ripper documentary. And he has a huge series of movies. Let me put his thing up for everybody so you can check it out. This is a local guy. I have met him. He is one of the coolest people I've ever met in my life. He is so down to earth. He's so, it's supposed to be, yeah. It's supposed to be. It was one of the, this is his website and it's his YouTube channel and website, Haunted Saginaw. Oh yeah. Well, and I can't remember. I'll figure out what episode it is, and I'll let you guys know that they were in there. It's really interesting. There was another group that went up there, and they were doing the spirit box. And this is so funny. You guys are gonna laugh if any of you are in there and you are familiar with Ghost Adventures and Zach Baggins. So these guys asked, they're like, who do you know? Do you know who Zach Baggins is? And across the spirit box, you heard Zach's a douche. And I thought, oh my gosh, can't even get respect from the spirit world. But he's got some really cool ones. In fact, I think it's public and it's on YouTube. It's The Haunting of Adams Street. That is his museum. I got to meet everybody that was in that movie. It's a documentary. I even got to meet the priest. And I got autographs from all of them, and I got to go I get to meet all of them. I got to get autographs from all of them, and I got to sit. They had a meet and greet afterwards, and it was a birthday present, and Driver bought me the tickets to go to the meet and greet. And yeah, I got to sit there and I got to talk to also one of his other documentaries he did during COVID was called Court Street Theater. Well, the lady that owns the Court Street Theater also owns an old historical mansion in town, and he did a documentary in there too. Brockaway Street is what that's called. You can find some of them on Amazon Prime. There's like 4 or 5 that are on Amazon Prime for free. And speaking of ghost hunters, do you remember Brian on Ghost Hunters? The one that was always screwing everything up. I know we were wondering about Skinwalkers. We're wondering if it's coming back because it should be back on right now, shouldn't it? Oh, I know. Well, somebody said that like some stuff we can watch. Let's do that tomorrow, Truth. Once we get all of our mom stuff done, let's figure out the Discord thing. Because who was telling me like we could like watch movies in there and stuff or something like that. But yeah, the Steve Shippey, he's just offering he's doing a big ghost hunt. He's supposed to be having a new movie come out too. But he is going through a battle with cancer right now. And he is one of those guys that literally every time anyone in his Patreon that has been part of making these documentaries, any like local people that are in town that need help, he's always doing some kind of fundraiser, some kind of benefit for them. I don't know if any of you have heard of, and this was on Discovery Channel. It was called Hell House, and it was about Dice Road, which is in Saginaw. It's a very famous historical haunting, poltergeist. And actually, Ed and Lorraine Warren were, good night, Spreckner. Yeah, I think, yeah, some of them are. It was, ouch. Ow. Oh yeah. Oh, I love books about that stuff. In fact, I did find when I've been going through some of my boxes, I'm finding a lot of stuff at my mom's. Um, I found it's like haunted stories, and it tells about some local stuff. But oh, anyway, sorry, I scrolled again. Um, Dice Road is a very famous haunting. Ed and Lorraine Warren were there. Um, oh, what is his name? He was the professor from Duke University that helped with Sally House and Dice Roadhouse. Um, so you guys are gonna have to teach me because I've always been scared of discords because I've seen so much stuff go on, um in others. But I mean, I don't. You guys are cool. It's never anybody that's in here that's ever been in the middle of any of that stuff. So, um, but if you have Discovery Plus or even like on demand, you can check out Hell House. It's really, really interesting about this. And they actually, what happens, there's two other documentaries about this, but this last one they put on Discovery, it tied up all the information, and it's really interesting. Well, anyway, shortly after the documentary came out, um, one of the brothers passed away. Good night, Gray Lady Down. I will pass that on to her. Thank you. Um, he ended up having a fundraiser because it was just sudden, and he wasn't married, didn't have any children or anything like that. And so Steve did a fundraiser to help pay for his funeral. And it was just really cool. People coming together. And it was nice because, like, on here so many times we see oh, that's a different one though, Nadia. That's a different one. This one is out of Merrill, Michigan, the Saginaw area. It's a local one. I've seen that one too. Yeah, that one's in Indiana. That one is torn down now, though. See, that's me too, Megan Els. I think we're kind of all right there, you know. Oh, John DePietro. Yeah, I remember him. Um, but it was just really interesting and getting to talk to him. And what I liked about this Steve Shippey is that he's not the kind of guy that walks in everywhere and is like, oh, there's ghosts everywhere. Like, he's the first one to say, he's like, because one of my questions was, what's your favorite hunting tool that you use? And he's like, my eyes and my ears. He said, the sad thing is that that's not provable. He said, but your best tool for anything is your senses. If people are sensitive to that stuff, when something changes, when the atmosphere changes, and I love that, Megan Els. That's funny. Yeah, I will look and see if I can find. I'll look it up and I'll post something that shows where his stuff is. Like I said, he's also years ago, and that's something I'm really excited about too. He's a musical artist too, and he has got some really good songs. And his name was oh, how come I cannot remember? See, God, what am I doing tonight? I have menopause brain tonight. Okay, like totally. Um, but he put out a couple albums, and he's um now that he's still going through treatments and stuff like that, but he said he's doing better, and so he's talking about going back into his music career. And I'm so excited about that because let me see. And he does Yeah, they call it. I know that's what I meant. I didn't say the title right, Nadia. It's Michigan Hell House. Um, 1 second. This is the podcast, and that is the Duke University professor that was in there with all the equipment, trying to do like measure like scientific equipment, stuff like that. I don't know if that link worked or not, but that's a good one. So he's got podcasts on there. He has some of his documentaries are free. Let's see. Yeah, there was the Pomeranian GoFundMe campaign. Um, let me find this. I got to go see this. Let me, because he had a museum that we got to go to, and that was really cool. See, I'm even gonna get fancy and remember to. This is the exhibit.
Like being in hell, really. I mean, to this day, I still don't know how we really did make it through it. It was my parents' home that they had built before they got married, and we thought, hey, we're gonna fight this.
I'm telling you, this stuff is like literally like documented by Consumers Energy, by the sheriff. You literally have sheriffs telling you that they cannot explain anything that happened in this house.
Too. So we did, but it was like I say, like living in hell, really. After 6 months, police still don't have an answer. Weird sounds and voices, furniture moving, strong vibrations from unknown sources, whole house shaking.
Well, and it's not so much scary as he's about like documenting like what happened to these people. Like, and it was really hard because they're that town, again, a really small farming community. They were a Dow family, and you know, people were not real accepting of this.
And jumping, cracks in the wall, plaster falling. This has been going since July 18th for one bewildered family in rural Merrill. And that was only the beginning. It was like being in hell, really.
And in this last documentary, there was a lady that lived across the street from them that wanted their house. And years later, some people that had lived there found underneath the house a jar buried. And when they opened it up, it had this nasty piece of paper on it, and it had the name of the father written on it, buried like under the crawl space of the house. And she said she was trying to put curses on them, all this stuff. I mean, she was nuts. I mean, to where literally, yeah, that's what they think it was. And literally, the priest had to ask her to leave town because she was causing this family so much strife. Like, oh, that's what you asked me. I am so sorry because I read that this morning. Yes. See, truth, I'm a mess. But no, they're really good. And because on Discovery Plus, he's got quite a few documentaries. He did it's the Gainesville Ripper. Yeah, because it was out of Florida, that Danny Rolland, and he actually has like he had this museum that had all the haunted artifacts. He has the curtains from his parents' house because before all this stuff happened, he'd gotten in a big fight with his dad, and actually, I don't know if he took his life, but he shot his dad. If you want, Meganels, you can send me like your email address and I can send that to Truth. I mean, no pressure. You don't have to, but I mean, I'm not going to give it to anybody. I can do that for you if you want. Hello, Miss Austin. How are you? Scientist. No, far from it. Was it my first live video? I called myself an investigator. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like I'm like Snoopy. But oh well, right. There's worse things to be in life. I like listening to the tea, you know. Not all the time. Not a steady diet of it, but so yeah, so I was gonna do some stuff. I will just like comment on this real quick, and then tomorrow I will cam up and okay, I'll pass it on, Megan Els. Not a problem. And I'll go over. We probably all know by now. They're taking that hair, that the DNA, it sounds like the male DNA that was found at the crime scene was a hair. And so that is what they are now taking. The FBI is taking it, and they're going to try and work their magic on it. Now there is some, oh, oh, I see. See, I'm losing my mind. I don't know what's going on. But so I mean, that's hopefully good. That was something a lot of us were wanting to know why they didn't just do that in the first place. But you know, each lab has a different specialty, so hopefully they can get something out of that. Now there is rumor going around about someone being picked up as a person of interest from the Rio Rico area that is connected to the Nancy Guthrie case, possibly, allegedly. Now, Ricky Vasquez asked Sheriff Nanos if anyone had come in, had been brought in, and his answer was nope. That was it. But my wonder, so we don't know if this is true or not. If they have found someone, if they do have someone or not. Now, is this just a rumor, or I thought Nancy Grace said somewhere near where he was, but I didn't think she said, let me see.
Tucson and California, a bombshell arrest in the disappearance and death of a young teen girl, Celeste. Tonight, D4VD David and Tucson had been detained for questioning. Now, correct me if I'm off. Reporter Dave Mack reports in the late night hours that a person south of Tucson had been detained for questioning. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the same general area where someone was detained before several weeks ago?
Okay, she just said same general area. So yeah, we don't know. It might, I mean, who knows? And that's it. You know, maybe they did have more questions, or maybe, like I said, maybe somebody, it's been hot out there. Maybe somebody was having a barbecue and had a couple too many beers and said, hey, guess what I did? I mean, but, you know, you never know with Nancy.
Nearly at the get-go, and everyone was so happy that maybe the case had been resolved, and then it turned out the person was released. In fact, in that case, the SWAT team rolled out for one of the first.
That was the first one, right? Yeah, that was the first one. That was Carlos. And I thought Carlos was, we know that Luke was be looking. He had a lawyer, but I thought Carlos was too for wrongful detainment, wrongful arrest, something like that. Well, would they busted open his house?
Times since Nancy Guthrie went missing, and they were poised. Also nearby, a hostage negotiator, we were told, but it all fizzled out. What do you know?
Nancy, that is exactly what happened. And it appears that we're right back in that same general area as we had been before. And now we're being led to the trough, the possible suspect. There's possible new.
And I looked and I didn't see anything from him that said anything about this. The last one that I had found when I went looking was the hair broadcast about him.
Information. But Pima County not jumping in, nobody providing us with a lot of information on this, Nancy, other than what we're putting together by saying, hey, they're in the same general area that we've already been once before. And remember, Nancy, you mentioned that was a big undertaking that last time with the SWAT team, a negotiator. They had.
Well, and, all these letters, that person said that she was taken over the border. And we've seen how easy it really is to get over the border in some of those areas. So maybe they have maybe something panned out in that even. It's whoever it is lives in Rio Rico, but frequents back and forth because it's right there, right? I mean, they could sneak her over in one of the areas, and then when that person wanted to go back and forth.
The law enforcement had a plan that they were putting into action, and it ended up being nothing. Now we're 2 months down the road, and a lot more information has come in. We're getting some DNA evidence back, and now back in the same place. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next.
Well, the good thing this time, to Tammy Ballard joining us, DNA and crime scene consultant, crime scene investigator, reconstructionist.
But so, I mean, that's if they did find somebody and they have this hair, then maybe they can, either eliminate or include somebody. Because there's certain people that there's going to be DNA in there. Her son-in-law's DNA is going to be in there. Her son's DNA is going to be in there as far as men. Any man that came in and, did a repair, anything like that. But if they find this guy and he has no reason to be in there, then maybe we'll all get lucky and get the answer to this mystery because, wow, right now, who knows? There's no, it literally still, we were talking about this the other night. You feel punked because, oh no, Megan Els. See, there's days, it's days like that I miss not having cell phones and just being able to shut the ringer off on the big phone, and there's no voicemail, there's no text, there's no nothing. Oh my gosh. Yikes, you poor thing. I noticed that too. Her hand does look bruised. And so with the blood thinners, that's something too, I wonder. Because in the pictures that we're seeing of her from right before she disappeared, she doesn't look like, even the light in her eye is not as sparkle. She doesn't have that sparkle that she did in like these pictures. And so, oh yeah, that's right. They did come. That surprised me too, that they let them do that just in case. And I think I told you, I don't know if you were in here, Nadia, or not, but that picture that we found, it's not the bedroom. It is the guest house. So I'm still wondering if somebody was staying in there. She can hardly walk. She maybe didn't even go out to that back area ever, unless the grandkids were over or something, or, so if somebody was back there, I can't say that my mom would have known if somebody was in her backyard because she didn't ever go out there. She went out if she was going to go sit on the deck, on the porch, the big deck, she'd walk out the front door. And when she was driving, she'd leave out her garage. So, well, I think they did find somebody that rented it out, but it had been 8 years. And they've said that no one was, after that lady left, she wasn't interested in running it again. And I don't know if you saw that day that Fox had their drones up. And the FBI it was when the FBI had come back again and they were on top of that pool house. They were really, really searching all along the edge, all along underneath the big air conditioner units on top. And so, yeah, I just wonder, even if it wasn't, like, maybe it was just that day. Like, I wonder if somebody was in there waiting for her to get home. You know, I mean, maybe they had those doors propped open before she ever walked in the house and just didn't realize it, you know? I mean, oh man. Shoo, you deserve to sit on your butt. But I just wonder, maybe this all happened. Maybe this all started, unbeknownst to Nancy, started a lot earlier than we think, you know? And someone said, I read somewhere too, which, like I said, I'm going to have to research it tomorrow after I get some sleep and my brain will function again. But something about Nanos making a statement to someone about camera footage from the backyard that's unreleased. So that would be, I don't know. I just keep remembering what Ann Burgess said the other night, and that there's certain details that, like, she just didn't understand why they weren't releasing them, because they really could be details that could maybe help the public know what to look for, think back about what they saw, you know, things like that. And she thought it was very odd of the things that they would tell the public in normal cases like this. Like, at this point, why not at least let one of the ransom notes out? Because maybe the style of talk or writing in the ransom demands of expressing themselves is familiar to someone, like a phrase that they use or something like that, you know? And right, and exactly, there is stuff that is none of our business that needs to stay in the folder until they've got somebody and they can use it, you know? But well, these were through that tip line, though. They weren't handwritten. They were sent through. It was like one of those, like, contact us things on TMZ in the news. Yeah. Yeah. The word, yeah, like word style and speech. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like, if somebody always says like a certain phrase, like have a beautiful day. That's not something that everybody says, but if this person says it in the bottom of a letter, maybe somebody's thinking, you know what? My brother says that all the time. Just something silly like that. And see, that's the thing too. There was something on X. I think Ricky Vasquez is trying to go. There's a channel out there that's putting out absolutely false information, putting out fake AI pictures. And Ricky Vasquez was trying to get them taken down because they had put up like a week or so ago that she had been found. And I don't know if it's all the same channel or if it's a bunch of them. I find that interesting also, because who do we know that's been known to make fake accounts, fake channels, and insert fake news into things just to see how fast it spreads? Yeah, and I can't remember the name of the channel, but I caught one of the videos the other day and I watched it halfway through and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, it was just all a bunch of just stuff we already knew, stuff that was kind of, yeah. So I've been really trying to. It sucks because you don't know until you're like halfway through, because some of them are that good. I mean, let me see. What did I say? My husband has a broken leg and his friend's in the hospital. He had spine neck surgery, went home, and I was there helping him. Overdose under horribly. Oh no, Megan Alls. Ugh. Yes, yeah, that was like the one that I watched too. And I'm like, And so then I went and looked all over and I couldn't find any of the things that they had said in the video, like that were supposed to be new information. And yet never talked about what they had on the thumbnail or the title. Yeah. And did you, I don't know if you're on X, but that Rick, I think it's Ricky Vasquez that's like trying to take them down. He's like reporting them, and that pacemaker video was good though. Yeah, it had good information, and they weren't spreading like any fake stuff about the story or anything. It was just simply, I forgot about that. I'm glad you said that. That's something that I want to go over too, because that was really interesting about the pacemaker and how it works. And it was, I liked that video. It was good. Oh, Megan Ells, yeah. Especially when you have someone taking care of you. I mean, you know, it's your job to monitor medicine. You know how to do that. So, yeah, I'd say that's odd. We always have rules in our house, whether it's a kid is sick or one of us has surgery, something like that. I mean, with the grown-ups, it's easy because there's just two of us. But, well, like when my mom had her ankle surgery, I was the only one dealing with meds. So that it wasn't like I came home and gave her meds, and then Mark came home and gave her meds or something like that. Oh yeah. Oh, I'd definitely be suspicious. Yeah. Yeah, that's always been a rule in our house. And when the kids are sick, if, like if it's a Saturday, if I've been home with sick kids all week and he's off on Sunday or whatever, then it'll be, okay, I'm going to give them the meds today. You take a break, mama, but never both of us, because I was always afraid I was going to, accidentally give them too much or do it too soon or something like that. And oh man, that sucks, Megan Ells. Oh, I have to write everything down. I was talking to Truth the other day, actually, and she was like, "Hey," she's like, "I made notes on this. Do you want them?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, I'm interested in what your notes are and what you read on it, but don't think I'm being like a jerk. I have to write it down myself, because if I don't, it won't lock in my brain. Like that's just how my brain is. I have to. I make lists every week, and if I don't, then I won't remember. If I write it down, I don't have to look at my list and I remember it all. It's so funny. And another thing that I learned when I was in doing my classes for medical coding is one of the things that my instructor taught me is she said, if you want to remember something, you need to remember something like it needs to be hanging around for a long time, like medical terminology. She told me to every night right before I go to bed, go through all my med terms once. Just read them. Don't test yourself. Don't do anything like that. Just read through them right before you go to bed. And then while you're sleeping, your brain locks them away into your, long-term memory, and you remember all that stuff. And I ended up getting a 99.5 in medical terminology, okay? And if anybody's done medical terminology, it's Latin, okay? And it's blah. And wow. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, my phone's in the other room charging, so I will. Oh man, it was, but it was such like that. It was such a flex when I passed that because I had so much trouble in school when I was younger. But when I went back when I was older, oh man, I was proud of myself because I was one of only like 4 in my class that got above 90% on that, and oh my gosh. And it's so funny because, oh yeah, see, another way that you can do it is if you're in vertical, you tap the screen twice to like it, then exit out, like back button, go to your liked videos list, click on it again, and it'll put you in horizontal and you'll get the regular chat. I don't have it with me right now. It's in that other phone, so I don't even know what it is. But like I said, I'm gonna be done in a few minutes because I need a glass of lemonade or something. I am thirsty. Wow, Megan Els, that is just. But if it's anything that we know, being, true crime followers, is that stuff happens all the time. I can't imagine doing something like that. You just let me send it, just because, there's a lot more people in here now than there were before. And, yeah, here. No. You don't just, no. I will send it to her in just a few minutes. I don't want, just with everything that's going on, we don't want anybody having any any information. I removed it, but yeah, I want you guys to be safe in here. I don't want anybody that's watching from the bushes to have any private information about anybody. You just never know. You never know. And yeah, it's because I care for you, and I don't want you to end up with somebody weird in your bushes. It's like, hello, Clarice. Like, oh, no, thank you. I mean, like I said, everybody that's been in here talking is cool. Most of the people that have come in are people that I know from Molly's channel, but you just never know. There could be a stray creeper hanging out in the bushes. So, yeah, that's what we were talking about. Like, because Discord, you can do Discords by, like, invite only, so you know who's in there, and then if it gets bad, then it's gone. That's how I'm gonna work it. Is just that. But like I said, if it's by invite and we know who's in there, then I mean, you still have to treat any group, even if you know it's in there, like it can be seen by the whole world, because you just never know. I mean, look at all the Discord screenshots we've seen from people lately, the Discord wars, But yeah, because I've got that because I've got some really cool, like, scary stories for like Halloween time, and I actually found when I was going through some of my mom's books, a book that I bought at the dollar store when I was like, oh gosh, I don't even know how old I was, but it was shortly after Jeffrey Dahmer passed away, and it's a book that his father wrote, and it's an autobiography about raising Jeffrey Dahmer, and there's nothing gory in it. It's all about So I'm gonna have to figure out how this all works, because I am so new to all that stuff, Patreon and all that, and Discord, and I really and truly have just been hanging out in Molly's channel, just hanging around. And oh, Mikey, if you wanna like offend me, then using the word "but" is not going to do it. Okay, I'm just saying. me. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's cool. I looked into it a little bit. I Googled it the other day. It was just kind of seeing like how it was. And it said like you can get a link and you can post it and stuff like that. And so, oh, excuse me. Exactly. That's what's funny, is most of it is just teenagers thinking they're so funny, and you're like, listen, I have a 16-year-old. Okay, like by 11 o'clock at night, I'm annoyed with the jokes and all this. I'm just done. So yeah, someone said but. Okay. No, they didn't. Not that was there was a woman named Nancy that was 82 that went missing, but she was found later that afternoon. That's something I wanted to say too, is I did read that Pima County was getting a lot of slack, and I agree with people being upset. They put an announcement on their X page, I think it was, that said Nancy has been found, and they didn't, make sure that you knew it wasn't Nancy Guthrie, that it was this other Nancy, and it got corrected later. But I mean, it almost was like people, like I read a couple of people saying like, don't you wonder if Nanos did that on purpose just to like push everybody? Oh, I get it. Grandbabies are expensive. In fact, I'm excited because I just got an invite to a baby shower for my cousin, and that is exactly what my family needs right now, is a new baby, because we've had a lot of loss in the last couple of years, and there is no other better thing to make you feel better than a new baby, and see, and so I'm excited. I can't wait. And it's my baby cousin that's having the baby, so I'm really excited. Yes, yeah. Because people were just saying flat out Nancy, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, and people got really ticked off about it because they were so, and that's it. She doesn't know what it is. She's not going to find out what it is. I'm so excited too, because this is so stupid, but they're asking everybody to bring a book and a pack of diapers. And I'm so excited to buy little tiny diapers. I'm going to buy her a couple different sizes, because I remember that, but I also remember our babies in our family are small. So we always, usually every time there's a new mom, we buy them one pack of newborns and one pack of preemies, and just stick them in like a diaper bag, because even full-size babies, they're so tiny when they first come home, and those preemie diapers are just little enough, and you don't even have to, sometimes they got the and the newborn ones, but they have the little cutout for the the little belly button. And now with my guy, we didn't even with the preemies, he was too small for them. But oh yeah, Joseph, I mean, that's it. That's what we were talking about. There was reports of somebody being detained, but there's no confirmation on that. And everything that's going to be done with this case is going to be done forensically in a lab. And we're just going to wake up one day and there's going to be somebody's arrested, or we'll never find out ever. I'm just wondering if there's something that they don't want to come out. and there's something that is, we were just talking about that a little while ago. Like there's certain information that like you feel like they should have told the public so that they could be, on the lookout or keeping themselves safe, etc. And they just didn't do that. Something's weird about this whole thing. Somebody definitely knows something. Well, that's the thing too, is oh my gosh, the baby stuff is so different now too. So, but yeah, from day one, there has been something has been, it's just off. Well, and that's just it. I mean, where else is everybody supposed to go, Kara? I mean, if we don't have, that's your mind goes there. You can't help it. Start thinking about, was it this? Was it that? Was it this person? And Megan L's, a lot of people are like that. That's why, we haven't been doing the whole episodes and stuff, or whole episodes. I don't know, my episode, my video, what am I? Because I mean, it's just at this point, it's just literally going over and over and over the same stuff, and they're not telling anything new, and they're not finding anything new. And what I'm hoping is that now that the FBI has that hair, maybe they have some kind of more in-depth whatever testing, whatever, but they may not. I mean, now I keep thinking, like with Kohlberger, we thought, although it happened a lot quicker, but we thought these guys didn't have anything, and they kept telling us they didn't have anything, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're in the Poconos at 3 a.m., busting down his front door. So yeah. I was actually talking to her about that the other day, Palm Queen. Was it today or yesterday? I was talking about that with her. Yeah. And wallet. Press pass and wallet. Be interesting to see where that turns up. And yeah, he said it was there. It was in Arizona. It's not a real one. It's one that he's printed up that just alerts everybody that he's not just a looky-loo, but Ricky Vasquez actually on his X page explained how the press passes work and how certain, media outlets will give them. But like so Brian Enton has a press pass that like he could probably get into, like, say, a White House dinner or a press conference, because it actually has a number on it that's traced back, and it's like registered, and if you fake that and go into one of those events, you can be in a lot of deep doo-doo. And remember with Betty, when she had hers and she showed it to the judge in Tennessee, he took it. So, and that's it. Something is like, I don't know if it's the family or if it's the sheriff, that something is, for some reason, there's something that we don't, it feels like there's something that we didn't want to. I heard him say it in his stream the other day, something about wallet and press pass. And I was like, oh, which that doesn't make sense though, because you'd have to have your ID to get back on a plane. Oh man, I'm getting in a rabbit hole in my brain again. Oh no. Yeah, he says press pass in his wallet. Yeah, he said it. He was sitting in the car and he said it the other day because he was holding up his thing, and someone in the chat said, that's fake. There's no way that someone would give you an official pass that has a side view of your face. And I thought, you're right. They wouldn't. Was it sitting in his chair? So I thought maybe he said it twice because I thought I heard him say it in the car too. But yeah, I heard him say it. But did he get on a plane as himself? See this rabbit hole. I gotta stay out of the rabbit holes. But the car, okay, yeah, that's the one that I thought was in the car. Oh, I read that wrong. I thought you said chair at first. Lord, my eyes are going. My back is going. My I'm falling apart. So yeah, I wonder how that works then. Yeah. Betty did too. That's why she got hers taken away at court. I thought he flew though, because he said he left Sunday night because he was sick. And then he wasn't on Monday. He was back on Tuesday because he said that he had come home and he didn't go live at all, or didn't, because he was just, I think he was just like tweeting stuff because he had gotten some kind of cold. He said he got on antibiotics and yeah. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that you've had to deal with him before. Shoot, I keep forgetting. Yeah, Truth Warriors had to be in his presence. Go away, you little gnat. Because yeah, he flew home. No, he's in Florida now, as far as I know. But he has a court date scheduled for April 28th in Tucson that has to do with the disorderly conduct, I believe. And we were talking earlier, none of us, I was asking in chat too, nobody really knows if it's got to be in person or not. If he can do a Zoom. Someone was in Molly's chat the other night, and I thought they said that he said he was going back out there. Because, she loves that. Yeah. Well, I'm wondering, did he go home, or can you do that online? That's probably why he went home, though. Yeah. Yep, you just laminate them and... Oh, okay. Because, yeah, that's what at the DMV they told us that if we didn't have a real ID, that if we wanted to, board a plane, even domestic, that they were changing it. It used to be just like what do you call it, like out of the country flights, overseas or whatever, but that they were changing that, even domestic flights too, and all border crossings, I believe, also, because we can use if we have a real ID, we can use that instead of a passport to get back and forth through Canada. Yeah, and I think somebody said that he did show today in court. I remember, I thought I read someone saying that he did show up in court today in Florida for White Boy Radio. White Boy Radio, that's, yeah. See, I haven't followed Patel much at all. I did see that one video of him dancing in his skivvies. That was a little unnerving, but to say the least. But oh, okay. Oh, so maybe, yeah, if it was in there from before, that makes sense. Yeah, if it was in there from before, then they could just verify that it's him. That's true. I didn't see. I have not. Okay, confession. I've never gotten on an airplane. I've never had the need to fly on an airplane anywhere, to go anywhere. So everywhere I've ever gone, it's been a horrible hot car ride. usually with my cousin, because I was an only child and so was she. So we basically fought like sisters our entire life. So especially in the back seat of the car. But and my mom and her brother were up front fighting, so it was all right. We were all fighting. So. But I'm assuming that most of the people up in Washington, D.C. are favorable to the drink. Nancy Pelosi always seemed like she did shots before she got up on the podium. I thought, "Ooh, girl." Yeah, if it's got to have that gold star on it. And yeah, I don't mind driving either. I like listening to the music. I listen to music, and if it's nice weather, and car snacks. I'm all about the car snacks. But we always laugh when we go to the drag races. We're the fun car because I always make a bunch of snacks for everybody. We always have, good pops. And then I sit up front and I'm the DJ and I entertain while driver drives us all to wherever we're going. So, you got to have car snacks. You have to. And I'm actually going to look into, I don't know if I'm going to do it. Depends on how much it costs, but they have a market at the drag race. And so this is what I'm thinking. It's $60 a ticket to get into the drag race. But if I rent a spot in the market, you and your employees get to go in. You go in, you're part of the not staff, but you know what I mean? Like you don't go in where all the watchers go. But I was thinking that might be a way to save money on being able to get in there, and then driver and I'll be there. And then we can just take turns taking the boys around to see stuff and watching the booth. And I can have my nails and my stuff out there because there's all sorts of women out there that are, some of them want to be there. Some of them don't. No, we don't. But they're supposed to be building one sometime soon, like near, I think, Lansing, maybe, which is like about an hour away. I drive an hour for Buc-ee's. Totally. You know what I found out about Buc-ee's, though? Found this out from driver, that they do not allow semi-trucks in there. And I thought it was a big truck stop, but said no, they don't allow semi-trucks in there. No, we have, but I love a good truck stop. We have Flying J and Pilot and Loves. And like people don't believe me, but they have got some really nice stuff in there if you go. They've got really, really good, really nice like purses and wallets. And they always have cute flip-flops in there. And you want to talk about snacks, let me tell you. But I've heard that too. Nice clean bathrooms. Yeah. Yep. And that's, I think it was Loves that driver's brother always said was another one that had really, that's an actual truck stop, but has really good bathrooms and showers. And the company that driver used to work for, they used to use Loves as their gas station, as where they fill up mid-run. And so he would use that, but he had and each driver had their own card. Well, he wasn't an over-the-road driver. He drives from early morning until like 11 or 12 at night. So he would save up, he'd get all these points for fueling up the truck. And then he'd give his brother the points, and his brother was an over-the-road truck driver. So he could use get free showers, and they were nice and clean. And banana pudding. You just stole my heart, Palm Queen. Okay, banana pudding and barbecue sandwiches. Ooh, I watch these people on YouTube, and they are they're the RV life people. Tanya and is it Dave? And I just watched an episode of theirs where they went to Buc-ee's, and he got, I think that's what he got was either one of them got the barbecue sandwich. And I was like, oh, and I'm picky about my barbecue because that's one of those things like steaks, ribs, barbecue. I would rather eat it at home because I like the way that I make it way better than any restaurant we have been to so far. Even the Chop House that we used to have, and it was expensive, but I still like the way that I do them and fall off the bone, but still be able to eat it. Yeah, ours is gonna be brisket and egg breakfast taco. Well, I could get down with that. Oh man, I'm telling you, because literally I hate public bathrooms. I hate them. I'll go in the woods before I have to go into a public bathroom. I mean, it's you know, no, thank you. I was a scout mom. I am traumatized by public bathrooms. Oh, that's cool. That sounds really good, though. I bet you I might even get able to get my little guy to eat something like that because he's on this thing where like I have to put a lot of stuff in a tortilla for him. Like he won't eat grilled cheese when I make him anymore, but he'll eat quesadillas. You know what? Fine. Whatever. Oh, I do too. I've always got TP, and we had something figured out for the races that I'm going to do again this year. You take a 5-gallon bucket and you cut out the bottom, and then you take a pool noodle and you put it across the top of the bucket, the open part, to make it squishy on your tushy. And then, like if you're doing anything long term, you can put a bag in there. But if you're just like out like at the drag races, like I said, like we have like a tent set up, and like if you put it like over like on the side, kind of have like something covering you so nobody can see you, then you have like at least a little spot to pee so you can like sit down if you need to, you know. But yeah, they work awesome. I mean, that's what we had to do at scout camp, because those boys, there was no way any of us mothers were going in that bathroom after those boys. Okay. In fact, it was so funny. Day 3 of camp, our scoutmaster, who was this old, not old, but he's a retired Navy guy, big tough guy. He walked in there and he came out and he was green, and he made those boys. He's like, all right. When they got back from doing all their marriage badge classes, he's like, you get in there, you gave them cleaner and the hose and scrub brushes, and he made them scrub that bathroom because it was horrible. I've never in my life, I was literally traumatized. Okay. Like, so me and the other moms went and found some like bathrooms and showers that were like, they were way up at the front, and we just took the golf cart and took off, and we'd go take our showers where we knew it was clean. And I figure out when the people would go in and clean the showers first thing in the morning. And so I'd get up really early and go in and take my shower and go to the bathroom before I knew anybody had even touched a foot in there because oh, I love quesadillas too. They're so easy to make, and it's a great way for me to be able to hide like good stuff in there for him to eat. And we have a family-owned Mexican restaurant that's one town over, and they love him in there because he just sits there and he wants his rice, he wants his cheesy rice and his quesadilla, and he wants his chips and his salsa, and he likes dipping the salsa and dipping the chips, and it's so adorable, and they just love him because he just goes to town. You are definitely my kid if you love Mexican food. I like that too. Yeah, the supreme nacho dip. I like it too. And it's good because it's just like having the thing, but your chips don't get all soggy and gross. We'll have to try that, Truth. That sounds good. Oh, it is good. It's like everything that's on, like it's almost like what's on a Nacho Bel Grande, but without the chips. And so then you've got your bag of chips on the side, and you just dip it, and so your chips don't get all soggy and like by the time, because it takes me forever to eat like a Nachos Bel Grande, and so by the time I'm halfway done, all the chips are gross. This way, it's not. Oh yeah. And we have, I'm so excited. I'm trying to get him to come to YouTube. This guy that I grew up with, his family, every year used to do this like turbo tamale making. And they would sell, it was like 20 tamales for like $20. And you get, I mean, it's not pretty. You get a plate with a bunch of tamales stacked on it, all wrapped tight in foil. The tamales are wrapped in foil, and then the whole plate's wrapped in foil, and they make them every year. And he just started a Facebook channel, and he's starting to do some of his cooking and stuff. Like, oh, thank you, Nadia. Yes, I can't. That's what I don't like about this. I can't see it when people send me stuff, and I feel so bad. I can't see it until after. If I have to go into studio and I have to go in through the earn tab to see if anybody sent me anything and then thank them for it. I don't know what. See, this is why I have 3 accounts that say Cutsy on them, because I keep breaking my accounts. Oh, I saw that butter. You know what? They sell the sauces too. I found the other day, I found the Baja sauce at Kroger. I was so excited. So excited. He was, are you talking about the Scoutmaster? I'm trying to think. He was on the big medical ship, the big hospital ship for a while. He was on trying to think of the aircraft carrier. I thought it started with is it the Nemitz? Is that the aircraft carrier that he was on? And then he was on a submarine too, 22 days. But he said being on a submarine when you're in the Navy is awesome, because and I watched a documentary about this. They have the best food because they want to keep, that's the best way to keep all those people happy. You can't, go outside or anything. And see, that's so weird. And I've got, like how it shows on my screen is to the far left is the vertical stream. In the middle is the horizontal, and then on the right is the chat. And so, and I don't even, like, it doesn't even show up on my vertical over to the left either. Yeah, but you know what? They are cool. But I am telling you, I have so much respect for the men of World War II that were on those subs. We actually went and spent the night on a decommissioned World War II submarine. And oh my gosh. I know, I've been watching the prison food ones lately too. They literally had hammocks over top of the missiles they were shooting out the back of these submarines. That's where these guys slept. And it literally, I got you, Buttercup. Just wait till you hear this, okay? They ended up putting the parents in the officers' quarters, which is in the center of the submarine. And first of all, it was 90 out and humid, and there's no air conditioning in those things, okay? I thought I was going to melt. I couldn't sleep. All the dads were snoring like bears. I finally, at 2 o'clock, and it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I got up and went and got in the car, locked all the doors. I got my pillow, and I turned on the air conditioning, and I slept until like 6 o'clock in the morning and got back up. In fact, the security guard came out. He thought I was like dead or something out there. I'm like, no. Let's see. Just wondering, I haven't seen on YouTube for a few days. Just found out. Wait. No, I haven't. I Marissa hasn't gotten anything like that, but we do think she got baited with a banned video, and that's what it kind of sounds like. So yeah, I guess they went to court today, him and White Boy. I don't know what happened. Oh no, someone said it was continued so that White Boy can get a lawyer. So oh yeah, I mean that's the thing. They will pay you well, you know? I mean, oh wow, Patriot missile, that's scary. It is, Lauren. I know. It's just mind-boggling. Like, can you imagine all the energy that it takes to do all that? Like the good that could come out of positive, to putting that energy into positive. I mean, we always used to kind of like tease about my son. My son, again, I know I sound like a broken record, but my son has autism and he's very smart. But one of the things that we always used to kind of tease about is that he is so smart. We really had to be on our A game and make sure that we, you know, pushed him in directions, led him in directions that were positive, because as smart as he was, that brain, he could either save the world or be an evil genius, you know? And so we worked towards, you know, saving the world. So I don't know if he's going to save the world, but he's definitely going to add to it and not take away, thank goodness. So at least that's my hope for him. I mean, you know, once they leave the house, all bets are off. But yeah, one of my friends did that, and she got her college paid for. She made good money, and she was a medic, but it was really hard on her, and especially she had children while she was in there, and she ended up retiring like a couple years before her husband did. They did it so that she could be on the deployments with her husband, because he was having these like year-long deployments, and here she was home with like 4 kids, and phew. Oh my gosh, that's scary. That's scary. I was watching, there was an interview with that Captain Sandy from Below Deck, and she was talking about early on in her career, she was captaining a yacht, and they had I can't remember where she was, but they had pirates chasing them, and they had to be on the phone with who was it? I can't remember what she said, but like I don't know if it was the Coast Guard or who she was, but she kept having to tell them, like, calling for help, because she kept telling them like where they were and that these people were following, and she was talking about having to make evasive maneuvers because these guys will just jump right on your boat, you know, and they look for those rich yachts that are out there. And yeah, I had wanted to. I talked about it with my dad, but he was like, no way. My dad was in Vietnam, so he definitely didn't want his daughter going through anything like that. 95, that's the year I graduated. That's the year I graduated. Yeah, I didn't I have quite a few good friends though that went, and I was sitting there thinking too about it, like out of my class, because when I graduated, that was all the Persian Gulf stuff, all that. They were I'm not sure. It was an interview she did. We do, Nadia. In fact, I don't know if you guys, anybody that went to high school like in the 90s, like there was that song, was it Damn Yankees did it? That Show Me the Way. I think that's who did that. And Captain Sandy, no, she is she's from that reality show Below Deck. She's a yacht captain, like a super yacht captain. It's horrible. I'm addicted to those shows. No, it wasn't Scorpions. I thought it was Damn Yankees. I know they did Can You Take Me Higher or High Enough at that time. And then there was also, was it Three Doors Down? That I'm Here Without You, Baby. That song. That was one of the songs that came out. But we did lose one of our schoolmates. This guy was awesome, though. He was Navy SEAL, Special Ops. I mean, he was awesome. And he was lost in an attack on, I'm going to have to find the article again. I believe he was in Afghanistan. And it was September 11th. There was 2002. There was an attack on the anniversary. And unfortunately, he didn't make it. Well, thank you, Nasira. Sticks. Okay, thank you. I knew it was one of those. See, is it Tommy Shaw? Tommy Shaw, who was one of the singers from Styx, also played in Damn Yankees, which was him, Ted Nugent, who is from Michigan, by the way, and two other guys. They were like legacy rockers that made up that band. And you know, Can You Take Me High Enough? Can You Take Me High Enough? And it was Shaw was the one singing that. Because Styx, he didn't have, there was the other guy that he sang with in Styx, and he wasn't in Damn Yankees. And then, oh gosh, I haven't heard Peter Frampton in forever. The other day, when I wasn't feeling well, after my headache finally went away, I was laying in bed and I got stuck somehow on 80s rock. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I got so nostalgic, like just sitting there, like just remembering, you know, how when, you know, the days of your lives before you had a mortgage or had to worry about, you know, paying insurance, and when it was just mowing the lawn and waking up and eating Fruity Pebbles on Saturday morning and watching all the cartoons before your parents got up, you know, come home when the street lights come on. The commercials that said, do you know where your kids are? Because a lot of our parents had no idea where we were. I don't know. Now I hear that Show Me the Way song, Peter Frampton. We are going to be giving each other earworms all day, Nadia. Let's see, Peter. Yeah, April 22nd, 1950, he was born. So he's, 75? And yep, still. Yeah, Show Me the Way. That song's going to be stuck in my head all night, Nadia. I do too. I love yacht rock. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. The other day, Jitterbug came on the radio, and my oldest was like, who is this? I like this song. I'm like, you like George Michael? He's like, who's George Michael? I'm like, that's who's singing the song. He's like, well, I like the song. I'm like, then you like George Michael? He's like, well, yeah, I guess. I'm like, I am so happy. Oh, that's fun. No, you know what? And it's going to be stuck in my head again when I say it. But you know what's been stuck in my head? There's a double Dutch bus coming down. Oh, duh. Hate that. I hate that song, and I both hate it and love it. That's hilarious, Nadia. No, I'll take Show Me the Way over Double Dutch Bus anytime, because my son caught me the other day. He kept catching me humming it, and I'm like, oh, stop me. I was like, hurry up, sing something, you know? So my little guy starts singing ABC. Thanks. He's always got mom's back, see? At least for now. But that's awesome. Yeah, my oldest, he's not really into a lot of music, but the music that he's into is like older, like he likes Tears for Fears. He likes Smash Mouth and Supertramp. I haven't heard them in forever. I'm trying to think of about the Thompson Twins. That's what you will like, Nadia. If you have not watched, if you have Hulu, go find that show called Perfect. I really think that you would like this show, especially since you like gory stuff. That's like one of the big things in that movie is like the Ashton Kutcher is one of the main characters, and he's got this big thing, and he'll be like, put it on Yacht Rock, and like so you can just jam out. I think it's called Perfect, and it's got Gigi Hadid is in it. She's in, and there's a lot of people you'll be watching, and you're like, oh, his wife. I'm trying to think of her name. I'm horrible. My memory is totally shot tonight. I am like, can I sue somebody on YouTube for suing the people that have been mean to me for breaking my brain? Oh shoot! You will know if you see this. You will know. Yes, I think if you like gore, Truth Warrior, it's gory, but it's Isabella Rossellini. Yes. And we just Driver and I binged season 1, and we were both like, when it was the finale, we're like, oh, like it's not often that we find something like that we both like. Yeah, FX. Yep. And we found it on Hulu when we were, because we have that with our cable, we have a package. It's Disney, Netflix, and with Disney you get Hulu. And what else? Oh, Apple TV. But I haven't gotten into Apple TV yet. I've got an account, but I haven't. Yeah, but you know what? When that show was on, when I was in the middle of my hairdressing career, like I literally was working from like 7 o'clock in the morning until like 10 o'clock at night. I mean, I was young. I was, my legs didn't hurt when I wore heels all day, that kind of stuff, and I am amazed. And I would come home and I would usually just take a shower and crash because I had to get up the next day. And I'm looking back, like there's a lot of shows that I missed that were really good that now you can find on these streaming services to watch. And so I've even been going like on YouTube and stuff too and finding which I'll try and find that channel too in my subscriptions. It's it plays all the like 80s, 90s TV, like sitcom shows, stuff like that. Oh, I own that movie, Cape Fear. That's one of my favorite movies. It's so good. And that's it. I don't like Ashton Kutcher at all. And you will not like him if you watch this show either. He's not a likable character at all. In fact, he's first played by Vincent D'Onofrio. Is that how you say his name? The guy, was in The Cell, and he was in Law and Order CI. That is an awesome movie. A lot of times too, check on YouTube because they will have certain movies for free every month, and you just have to look. I do too. But Marissa went and met him, and she said he was smiling and talking to her and everything. And as soon as they went to do the picture, he instantly like serious face. But I told her, I said, you know what? I said, I wonder if that's like one of his things, because I don't think I've ever seen him except for in this TV show. In any of his other like roles, I've never really seen him like smile or be giggly or anything like that. I mean, I guess in Full Metal Jacket, but it wasn't like a happy giggle. That was more like crazy, scary giggle. Blessings to you. Also, I got change. I probably pronounced that wrong, so I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I've always liked him, but she said she was really disappointed because she thought that he was going to smile in the picture, and he didn't. He had this like, and it just looked like he was like, pfft. And he wasn't really like that. And she, I mean, they pay a lot of money for those pictures. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that, well, and you know what's even worse is that he and Mila Kunis had that organization that was supposed to protect children, all of that, and we're finding like they're involved with a lot of these people in the upper echelons that have been hurting children, friends with them, and yeah, not cool. But no, he's not but Ashton Kutcher ends up taking over his part. Is Ashton Kutcher takes over Vincent D'Onofrio's part, but he's, like I said, he's not a likable character. You will absolutely hate him, so it's kind of works out well. And there's a guy in there with an eye patch. Oh, he's so hot. And I just saw him in something else, and I was like, oh, there's another show on Netflix that I want to watch that I noticed that this guy was in it. So, yeah, exactly, Nadia. That was such a good movie, Buttercup. Oh, that's one of my favorites. I'm still old fashioned, and it doesn't even seem old fashioned to me, but I have a cabinet full of movies, and most of them are like suspense, horror, scary, I was too, because I always really thought of him as being one of the more down-to-earth, nice guys that was in Hollywood. And her too. But, I mean, money and attention changes people. And, I mean, like, Molly said it the other day when she was talking about, the Jeffrey stuff, that these people get to a point of wealth where nothing's cool anymore because they literally can buy and have had everything they've wanted. And so, which for somebody like us, that's fine, That's absolutely fine. But I think when you're there and you're with all those people all the time, these things, you somehow make it in your head that these things are okay, and they're not okay. There's a new Cape Fear. What? I didn't know that. I'll have to check into that. Well, I wonder if those are months that it's not quite so hot out. So maybe people are more apt to have like windows open, screen doors open, things like that. And whereas, now we're seeing April, they're getting like 90s, 100s during the day. So later on in the year, maybe people would have their doors closed and their air on. I wonder. Because there's always got to be a reason why it happens in certain times of the year or whatever. Oh, that's awesome, Buttercup. Oh, that's excuse me, the one that's closest to us, it's like that too. You have to, for part of it, there's not even expressway. We have to drive through, like, they call it a highway, but it's like a 55-mile-an-hour road through like farmland. And yeah. Yeah, definitely get home safe and sound, and I'm glad you had fun tonight. Oh, truth. See, we are all fried. Hi, Golden. So maybe we should start putting out lawsuits. You made me so tired I lost IQ points from having to follow your mess. Nice to see you, Golden. Awesome. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go. I gotta have I need some crackers or something. I'm taking, before I go to bed, my Mucinex, my allergy stuff. I'm taking ibuprofen because I am going to wake up and I am going to feel good tomorrow. So we had fun. We were supposed to be serious and talk true crime tonight, and we didn't. We just talked kind of about, at the beginning, I've got updates on Molly and stuff like that. And then I think we just talked about everything tonight, really. It was just kind of a fun get to know you stream. So it's fun to have those every once in a while. Can't always be all about the business, right? So thank you. Yeah, it's spring. It happens every year. And I'm trying not to complain because I'm just so happy it's not cold out anymore. Now it's supposed to be like in the 40s again on Sunday. So that's going to feel Arctic after having 70s and almost 80s. But it really has been nice out. And oh, definitely. For sure. Me too. So, but yeah, let me do one more thing. Check his page. I thought I don't want to put out anything that's not released, but I thought, let me check. Let me see if I can find it. He's got some free episodes on here on that Steve Shippey. Oh, and he does, I don't know if he's got any in stock, but on his website, he has got the best candles and this perfume. It's called Superstition Number 13. And they have a candle to match it too. It smells so good. I mean, like, wow. I'm going to find this video real quick before I go, because I swear. But it has a list of, it's got trailers. Oh, Prozac. That was his name when he was creating music, performing and touring and stuff. Oh, that's what I was going to say, because Nadia, you'll know who I'm talking about. Brian, that used to be on Ghost Hunters, here, I'll share this. We look at this instead of here, right here. Can you see him in this thumbnail right here? That Brian, he used to be on Ghost Hunters. He's the one that got fired. He's the one that did the dude run in Eastern State, and Jason and them got really mad at him because they thought that it was embarrassing. My favorite, if you do, he's got a Patreon. It's like $7 a month, and you can get all of his videos and he's got a bunch of content on there. Like literally like 38 out, like episodes where he goes to certain places and he'll just follow the one place like for a month or whatever. No, it's not up here anymore. He used to have right here, Potter Street. This is a train station, and you can actually see, they actually catch somebody running across a doorway, and I had to rewind it like 50 times. But yeah, let me see. Let me see if I can find. La, 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 la. Let me find it. I'll play a couple seconds of this. Steve, if you love me and you know me, please don't strike me because this song is friggin' awesome. This is one of my favorite songs ever.
The world's around me, I feel lonely, like I'm the only one. Even though the world has found me, it can drown me. It feels just like nothing. Even though the world...
I don't want to get myself in trouble, but I love. Oh yeah, he would like this guy. I think he would really like this guy. Hi, Hawkeye. Thank you very much for subbing up. I appreciate you guys so much, really. Like, you just have no idea. Where is it? I'll do this. This is the... But yeah, this is one of my favorite songs. Whenever I'm in a bad mood or I'm upset, I will go for a ride in my car, and this is one of the songs that I blast at full volume.
I'm the only one, even though the world's found me, it can drown me. It feels just like nothing.
Maybe there's a reason I feel I'm the only one. I walk amongst the 7 billion understood by none. A lost soul.
Oh, and I'm so excited because he is going to... He's supposed to be coming out with a new album, so I am so excited. And it's just so nice to know that he's had his trials and tribulations. He's had, oh yeah, oh, he is. And that is Steve Shippey. That's the Paranormal guy. So thank you, Truth Warrior. But no, I love, and all of his other songs. It really is about life is hard, getting through it, realizing that everybody else is going through the same crap you are. And he, the lifestyle of somebody touring, you got kids and everything else. It's a hard life to have. And, it's not great for relationships, and it's not great for, but he stopped making music for a while because it was interfering with that. And he's just such a down-to-earth guy. He's so nice. I was really nervous to meet him, but walk up to him. Now, he is like 9 feet tall, okay? But I walked up to him, and he was just so cool. It was like we knew each other forever. He answered every question. He was really, really good at explaining things and explaining that, like, he doesn't ever talk about anybody else in a bad way, but he's saying, a lot of these shows and things like that, they are staged just because they want you to keep watching. He's like, how can every single place that you go have something happen? or every single time you go. And that's what I like is on his Patreon. Some of the episodes that you watch, it's really just him walking around, looking at these properties, things like that, and he doesn't get anything. And it's like, and he's fine with that. And that to me is being honest about what you're seeing. If they're not, same here, Golden. Golden, I'm telling you, music protects everyone around me most days. I am so glad for earbuds now because, like I said, I have both my boys are on the spectrum. I'm most definitely on the spectrum. I have to have that. And it was funny because I didn't even think about doing headphones and stuff like that until my son started doing it. I thought, you know what? We have to block each other out some days, and it really is. And I like stuff from every single genre. It doesn't matter, country, opera, classic, rap, anything. I'll tell you, I got a really good pair on Amazon, and they come in this little pack that you charge the pack, and they were only like $25, and you can get some really cute colors. And I got some for me, I got some for my son. And I like them because they don't just stick in your ear. I don't know what it is. I cannot keep things in my ear holes. Okay. Like earplugs, stuff like that. We go to the drag races. I'm like sitting there shoving them in and they always like pop back out. It's like, I must have like skinny ear holes or something. I don't know. But the ones that I got, they actually have like your glasses. They have a little thing that goes over top of my ear and it's silicone. So it's really soft. But it'll stay and they won't get like ripped out by my hair or anything like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can still hear, I can still, nobody's burning down the house or, riding the dog or anything. But that way mom can kind of center herself and not have a total, sensory overload, by noon. And see, that's the other thing too, is they just they don't like stick in your ear all the way. They're in there, but they're not all the way down in. And I'm the same way. And this was something interesting because when my oldest was in elementary, they each gave them the pack of the headphones with the wires on them, but the earbuds that like stuck inside. And he kept getting ear infections all the time, constantly. And I was just reading a magazine one day, an article in it, like in the doctor's office or something, or dentist's office or something. And I was reading this article about, it was talking about an influx in ear infections among children with all of the use of earbuds and stuff now. And so I started sending him to school. I gave him those little alcohol wipes. And every day he would wipe his earbuds off before he stuck them in his ear. No more ear infections. I saw some actually that I'm thinking about for him that I got him some that are audio, they're noise cancellation. But I also saw some on a website the other day. I hope I bookmarked it. It was on my tablet though, so I need to stay in one spot when I do all this stuff, by the way. And I don't have it synced to my Google on here. But they were sound blockers. They were like earplugs that you put in. You could still hear from them, but they muted down the noise. And there in each set that you got, there was 3 different levels of how much noise canceling it did. And I thought that would be great just for every day for him. Yeah, and that's it. All that heat in there and the bacteria and oh wow, that's awesome. I haven't tested mine. I'll have to check that out. I haven't tested mine to see how far mine can go. But they're usually really clear. And now the only thing that happens is, and it's kind of funny though, because it never happens to me. Well, because I'm the one walking around inside the house with my earbuds on. But It's happened a couple times. We have in our bathroom fan light has a Bluetooth speaker in it. My son begged and begged and begged, and we had to get a new fan so that he could listen to his music on his phone when he took a shower. The only problem is another thing that I use my earbuds for is if I'm watching YouTube and it's a stream where it's not appropriate for my kids to hear or whatever. And it's so funny because it's happened like 2 or 3 times. And it's always when I'm watching Marissa. And it's always when she's like upset about something and she's getting kind of loud. And I'll walk near our bathroom and like Driver will be in there, daily devotional or whatever, all nice and chill, looking at his phone. And all of a sudden over the speaker comes blasting Marissa screaming at him while he's sitting on the can. So I have to remember not to go, either flip off that light when I'm on my Bluetooth or, oh, that's cool. I found they're rechargeable little lamps that I got for my my back, my little dresser thing that I have back behind me. And they're just enough light to where I don't break my leg when I'm trying to get out of here. But and then I can just charge them up. Oh yeah, it is so funny. Scared the daylights out of him. All of a sudden I get a text going, and I'm like, and then the first couple times that happened, I was like, what? Hello? What's it? Like I couldn't hear. And I'm trying to figure out what happened. And then I get a text going, babe, can you turn your Bluetooth off? Marissa's yelling at me right now. Sorry. Sorry about that. Oh yeah. I mean, oh my gosh. It is funny. So there's a woman inside in your shower with you and you don't know who it is, but she's mad and she's yelling at you. Oh man, my poor boys. As much as they torture me, I torture them right back. So unintentionally, of course, but all right, guys. Well, it was, because I'm sitting there trying to figure it out, and they're like, turn it off. And they're freaking out, not thinking that all they have to do literally is flip the fan off and the speaker will go off. But it's like, you panic. You just panic when stuff like that happens. And the one time when Mark was in the shower, he's like, I'm like, why didn't you just hit it? He's like, I panicked. I was naked. You do. You're a lot more freaked out if you don't have clothes on and something happens. And you're walking through the house in your jeans and you get startled, right? Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh, I did too. Thanks everybody. I had a lot of fun. I needed to laugh tonight because I honestly it was a really bad day. But I want to repeat one more time to everybody. Yeah, exactly. Naked, have a scary woman screaming at you. That's what would have even been better if somebody had flushed the toilet at that moment too, made all the cold water go. Oh, definitely. I needed you guys tonight, so I hope that as much laughter and happiness as you gave me tonight, I hope I gave you a little bit of the same in return. And like I said, we're not gonna, whatever's gonna happen with JLR is gonna happen. We're not gonna obsess over it. We'll follow it. We'll see what happens. We'll all keep each other up to date on that because it is something that we all feel a connection to, and we want to know what happens one way or the other. Same with Nancy Guthrie. I'm still gonna keep following. We're gonna look. Truth looks to. We, what I don't catch, truth catches. What truth doesn't catch, I catch. And we will, hi Nina. And we will, update that as far as if there's anything that's an actual update, and we've got some other stuff that's coming up. Again, Letitia Stoke. That, exactly, Nadia, exactly. Yeah. There's nothing that we can do. We just have to sit back and observe and karma is a real thing, and you can only live your life walking around hurting people and dishonest so long before it catches up to you. And it really is as simple as that. We're all good people in here. We know we live our lives to the best. We try to be kind to each other. We try to build each other up and just stick to that, and we're all good. We know where we're going, right? I mean, and we know that when we leave this earth, people will miss us and people will love us. And that's it. That's it. Every single person. You create your own story. You really do. And it is not about what you're going through. It's about how you get through it. And we all have choices, right? We have choices to walk the good path, which is a lot harder, a lot more temptation. Or we have a choice to walk the path of no return, where there's, no matter how much you hope and dream, it's not going to end. It's not going to give you the fulfillment in life that that people think it does, So, on that note, I am so grateful for all of you guys coming in here, all the people that I've known from Molly's chat that have come, new people that I have never met before, people that were always here for me before that have been my diehards. Like, I really appreciate all you guys. You really have helped me out a lot. When I started this, I had no idea what I was doing or if I could even do it. And again, I'm going to keep you up to date. Molly put in her appeal today, so I will, as soon as I find out something about that, I will let you guys know. And until then, I've got on my community page, I've got her links for Kick and Rumble both. And she she was live this morning, but all of her lives are on both those platforms too. So she backed them up there. So if there's anything that you want to see that you missed, you can go there and see them. I believe Rumble is free with ads, but they're like 2-second ads. It's not like the YouTube ads that, so it's like 45 minutes of ads in a 15-minute program, but thank you. Thank you, Nadia, and thank you, Truth. Thank you, everybody. And if you are new here, please hit that thumbs up button for me. And everybody hit the thumbs up button for me if you can. But if you haven't and you're interested, please hit that subscribe button too, and the notification bell, so that you know when we go live. We really do have fun in here. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff coming up. There's a lot of stuff from old cases kind of rearing its head again that I know a lot of us followed, because I saw you guys in the chat rooms, in the places that I was watching too. So, so it may not be, I am not the person that's going to beat a dead horse. And so I know, I don't mean to sound like crass when I say that, but you can only go over the same stuff over and over and over again. And like Nadia said, you want people to still care, to still remember, and to not be sick of hearing this story, because then that's when people start forgetting and pushing it back. So we'll keep doing that, and we'll have fun, and we'll tell stories, and we'll have snacks. And again, if you are a member, also check out the community, my community wall, because I have posted the members only discount code for the website, and it's off your total order. So whether you get one thing for $2, or you get 5 things for $50, you're still getting the discount on everything. So and that's what I forgot before I go. I have been on a hunt for this Love Spell blend essential oil. Okay. And I cannot find it anywhere. I went to 5 stores in my area. So I am going to order some offline. I do have the scent profile to make it on my own. So we'll see how that works. But I do have 2 new scents that I am going to try in the scrubs. I have got one. It's Cashmere Marshmallow. And it sounds so weird. But my little guy picked this out. He was helping Mom sniff. And it is, oh, I'm sniffing it now. It is a little bit of sweet, a little bit of warm, a little bit of, it's kind of like amber and musky and with a titch of vanilla. It's, but also kind of a clean, crisp scent. And then there's also sea moss and sage. And it is sea moss, sea salt, sage, bergamot, citrus, and cedar. And oh, it's another one. It is so just, I'm going to have to sniff these again. It's such a nice, clean scent. And this would be a good scent for both men and women. Oh, yeah. That's the one I forgot to tell you about. That's the other one that little guy picked out. And so I just have to get, my jars are on back order. So because the jars that I sell the scrub and the soak in, you get at least 4 applications out of them. So that's what I should do one of these days. I should do a little what do you call it, demonstration. He loves going and smelling candles with me, perfume, stuff like that. And we were looking through for flavors for the lip scrubs too. And which I don't think I did the poll. I didn't do the poll right when I did it. I don't know what I did, because I did try to put up a poll to have you guys vote on some lip scrub flavors, but it never showed up on my thing. So I don't know what, I'm gonna have to do that again. But so far we have a fruit punch. It tastes exactly like the Kool-Aid fruit punch. And last year I did fruit punch, I did watermelon, mint, and birthday. I have to do birthday cake again, because birthday cake flew off the shelves. It is so, it's so good. In fact, I had people buying it and then coming back like the next weekend buying more of the birthday cake because they said they used it on their lips. Now, it's not sold as food. It's sold as a beauty treatment, as like a skin, and it's not, there's no medicines in it. There's nothing. Everything that's in it is all food grade materials, completely safe for your skin and if you eat it. But they were literally eating it, because I had these little spoons that I gave with them, and they were eating it, and then they didn't have any more to use on their lips because it tasted so good. So, so just a warning on that. So, but yeah, definitely the fruit punch and the birthday cake will be definite flavors. But everybody does it. Everybody does it. Like what I usually do with the batch, when there's not quite enough to fill up like one more container, then that's what I use for mine. And I put it like, it'll be like a half a container left. And so I'll put that in there and stick it in my side thing. And then, yeah, I eat it too. That's what I should just eat. Well, the only thing is, if you eat too much, you're going to be in the bathroom. Like if you ate a lot, because it's got, it has, the last ones that I made had coconut oil, rose hips oil, and what else was it? I can't remember if that last batch, I either did grapeseed oil or blueberry oil, but both have a lot of very good antioxidant properties in them, and they're awesome for moisture. But the rose hips has anti-aging properties in it. So I put the rose hips oil in everything that's like oh, then you could eat it. Yeah, then you could eat it. You could eat it with the I'm wondering what you could make with it. Yeah, there's like, how do they make that? Like, you could make it to flavor, like you could make the eggless cookie dough and just put the flavoring that I use in that and eat it out of a bowl. But yeah, I think I'll get all the flavorings together too, and I'll show those. We can kind of figure out what. I have like blueberry and pineapple and watermelon and even some combos. I think I have strawberry too. There's a really, really awesome over in Flint. I have to wait for a day when I've got driver with me so he can go with me because it's not in a good area of town. But there's a baking supply store, and they have it's those really, really, really good flavorings. It starts with an L, and they have like literally like hundreds of flavors that you can choose from. And yeah, exactly, like cheesecake with the flavoring. Oh, I want cheesecake now. Well, and it is cool, and it's awesome. It gets all those yuckies off of your lips. But one of the other things that I like it for is all of those like 24-hour lipsticks and stuff like that. It gets in and it scrubs that off. And I don't have them up on. It is on my website. It's going to be on my website. I don't have them up yet. That's what I can do too. So that's my website. Right now I just have like I've got about half my inventory of nails up on there. And I still have to put the nail helpers up there. I've got the silicone booties. I think I have 5 pairs of those. I'm going to try and get some more of those moisture booties. And so all the accessories and stuff like that are like 5 and under, because it's not like, I don't want anybody. I priced everything about like what if I were to go on a website, what I would say, okay, I can get a couple of things, and not feel like I was like, spending too much, anything like that. And but yeah, I will let you know the moment that I've got them up there. And I even saw in one of the catalogs I was looking at, it was a root beer float flavor, and I thought, that might be kind of good too. So I mean, I don't want like 100,000 things of lip scrub, but like say I've got we decide on my 4 that I'm gonna put on the website. If like a couple of you say, hey, I would really like blueberry lip scrub, then I have no problem like making that, like if I know that it's not just gonna sit there, because this stuff does have, it does have a shelf life because of the oils and stuff like that in it. And but no, I love it. And it gets all that. It will, the oils help break up that lipstick, the permanent, not the 24-hour, lippy. And then it takes it off and you wipe it right off. And your lips, like some of that stuff, that matte, especially the matte, it just sucks the moisture out of your lips. And this afterwards, like your lips almost feel like plumpy afterwards. And oh, I just absolutely love it. It's just, and you can do it every night. Like I used to do it either to take my makeup off, or I would do it after I have the mint one, and I would do it after I brushed my teeth, just to scrub any dry skin off and to get it nice and moisturized. And I found the other day the lip balm, the chapstick forms, because I have containers to make a lip balm too that doesn't have the scrub in it but still has the flavor in it, so that you can get a nice, and I've got this really great recipe. Just put a little bit on at night, and in the morning, like if you have cracks and stuff like that, it'll be healed. This stuff literally healed my son's lips overnight, because he would get that chap around his entire mouth. And I'd put a little bit of this on just rub it on. And with him, I made it unscented because he doesn't like any scents. But literally, I'd rub this on, this combo of stuff. And again, all food grade, all safe, all FDA, nothing I'm not buying. There's nothing. The only thing that I buy from China is the containers that things go in, because I can't find them anywhere else. And they're all washed in a hot dishwasher. They're sanitized before I ever put anything in them. So that's so funny, Nadia. That happens to me all the time. Yeah, and I found I've got little like pucks. They're little hearts that I can put them in, like, and some brushes. But I thought too, I want to do like the chapsticks so that you can just throw it in your purse or whatever. The only thing that I have to get for that, so I think I have everything for that recipe. I just have to get the actual chapstick containers, which I've already found those. And I have to get this, it's like a form of beeswax, but it's almost like little crystals or like little tiny beads. And you can buy it, you can order it online. I looked at the health food store, I couldn't find it there. But one of our local produce vendors said that she might be able to help me and one of the other girls out. I think it was her. It's been a whole summer, so I've got to check. As far as getting it, like either from her farm or one of the other ones. So on that would be nice, because then there's absolutely no chemicals in it, anything, just bees fed on wildflowers. But it's basically, you have to put beeswax in there a slight bit to get it to congeal enough to where it's not, just like lip gloss. So I even found lip gloss containers too that just have the little wand that you can like put it on. But yeah, so I'm looking into all that stuff, just little stuff that we can do for ourselves to make ourselves feel better. And everything that I sell, I have tested on myself first and made sure that it tasted good, that it didn't have anything, didn't smell weird or anything like that. So yeah, like I said, they're real popular at the market. And so yeah. And I think that's why I have to get because these containers. The only worry I have is shipping the lip scrubs in the winter or in the summer months when it's really hot. But the containers, I found some other containers that I believe will definitely seal down really hard. And so I'm looking into getting some of those for at least for shipping in the summer. But if you do buy these and you get them and they're a little soft or melted, all you have to do is stick them in the fridge. You stick them in the fridge for a few, they solidify back up, and then you set it on your counter, let it get to room temperature, and you're good as gold again. So yeah, they're nice little stocking stuffers, and I don't charge a lot for those either, because they're not that hard to make, and it's just something that I like to use on myself, and I found it. Somebody showed me how to do it, and we all want to feel good, right? And sometimes even just going in the bathroom for 5 minutes on a really rough day and giving yourself a lip scrub makes you feel better. We were talking about that the other day. Remember perspective. Even if only one good thing happened in your day, in a day full of horrible, crappy things, focus on that one happy thing. Put all that other crap out of your mind if you can. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You can't do anything about it. You can't fix it. You can't pay it. You can't whatever. Just think about that one good thing. Even if it is just that you got to eat a really good container of birthday cake flavored lip scrub, right? All right. See, I did it. I did my goodbye tour again where I'm on and on and on and on. So again, yeah, Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you're looking for Molly, she is on Rumble and Kick. And that is all, folks. So with that said, I will hopefully see everybody tomorrow. If for some reason I'm not able to come live, then I will let everybody know. But I'll leave you some little goodie to watch or look or something like that if I do. So, I get if I can. This is okay. So I tried a while back. I'm just gonna say this real quick, and then I promise I'll go. I tried writing some scary stories, and I did, but it took me forever. It took me so long, and I had to, what I did is I wrote these stories, and then I took them and I put them in Chat GPT to clean up my grammar and my like punctuation and everything. It took forever, but I only was able to make two. It took me like 2 weeks to like, which I mean, it's not bad because it takes people years to write books, but they're little 15-minute like scary stories, and so that's something I can always upload and put on here. For some reason I can't. Come on, you can at least have some spooky time without me. So, all right, guys. Peace, love, and claws to you too, Nadia. Peace, love, and claws, y'all. Thanks again, guys. Everybody have a great night. Good night.